tastes like heaven, and sweet and pasta and it.
I just started there.
Yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who against to step in. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beat. How the saying goes, it's a two-way street. Hit me on the pipe, and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses, and anywhere that we can. There's some asshole think that he can press the lead. Put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who against to step in. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Talk a big game till you learn it ain't one. Catching nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G, get domino, trying to cook some great stuff.
You can keep ducking, this be the season. But how can we down and new in our treasures while casually pressing your buttons? You keep pretending and nothing, but we can tell you be frontin'. Try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all nothing. We calling out all the bluffs and we telling you what is fucking. We saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't the one. Cause the song will be knocking speakers and the whole team finna pump it, y'all.
We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who against to step in. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? We eating pasta and yogurt. It tastes like heaven, and we eating pasta and it good. Yeah. sentence was to end my life. Chance for repentance be denied. They want to see me crucified. A man's hysterical delight. I cry out, God forgive them, for they not know what they are doing. They see their barbarism simply as amusement. I'm not a religion, but I am your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. I've been trying to tell you that I'm not the one. Whatever's whatever, and when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, it's not worth competing. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, now bow down before your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. I've been trying to tell you that I'm not the one. Whatever's whatever, and when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, it's not worth competing. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, now bow down before your God.
Do you want to know something funny? Did you see there is a post on Twitter going around where cheese is being locked up with like those little things that has the alarm on it? Like they're locking up cheese.
But why?
I don't know, man. Hello, chat. Yeah, there's like apparently cheese that's getting locked up. Cheese grommets getting locked up behind the locks because people are stealing cheese.
Bagagwa.
I shared my screen so you can see it.
Hmm?
It's just, hi, hello, how are ya? Hello, everybody. Cheese locks.
Why do you lock the cheese? They're locking the cheese because the lactose intolerant are
Lactose?
dangerous. Lactose.
Lactose. Yeah.
It's like a tortoise. I have been like saying words weird lately.
Oh, You getting more autism or something?
No, I don't know what's going on.
You don't know? Fair enough. Hello, hello. Doesn't the government still got mountains worth of tunnels they want to give away? Ow. I think eventually they're going to have to start doing something with it. I mean, depending on the cheese, it doesn't really rot. But, like, they do have a lot of cheese in, like, storage. Depends on how you store it.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, I accidentally poked my eye.
Good job.
Ow.
So smart.
I poked
Smart to
my
puss.
eye. That hurts.
Ooh.
Oh, what am I looking at? Cheese behind lock, basically. Fuck. Oh, fuck. All right, let me start over. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Welcome. I almost said Under the Tea. That's not true. Under the Tea was yesterday. Good episode yesterday, by the way. Where we talk about VShojo, and the rising shitstorm that's coming from it. I guess there was a video that Legal Mindset made. I'm tempted to watch it. Not sure just yet. Because the main content for tonight is not VShojo. I actually need to find the main content for tonight. I had it and then I closed it. There it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. Oh gosh. There's more Quinthea. See, here's the thing. I was planning on watching the doxing video, which is over an hour long. That's tonight's video. But apparently there's more shit that's going on where ex-roommates are coming out and speaking now. How was I able to gouge my own eye? I had an itch on the top of the bridge of my nose, and my hand slipped. That's what happened. Anyway, hello chat. How's it going? Tonight is Friday night, which means that tomorrow is me going back to work, which means that this weekend passed me by way too fast. I'm sad. But by the same token, I'm not sad because all of my work during my weekend, I did do a lot of good work. So for those that don't know, if you've been living in a cave and you only tune into my live streams, fair. Also, number 2, if that is the case, join the Discord if you haven't already. Join the Discord so that you can see when I post updates to things. I am fairly active in there. I post a lot of Yippee memes. By the way, did you guys see the Yippee video? That is going to be a release on the channel. It is members only right now. So if you want to watch the video, you have to be a member. And then you can just watch the video. It is using a song from Epidemic. Is the VC open? Yeah, you can jump in if you want. It is a song from Epidemic, and I just decided to put a whole bunch of yippies together. Because, like, I've had my thought for yippies, just kind of like, the heck, why are you behind temp? That makes no sense.
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to do the intro for temp as well. Hold on.
Oops. Not a brave enough boy for this! And now I'm about to blow my fucking brains out! Would you buy that? None of y'all wouldn't buy that! You're not fucking stupid!
What crime must I commit today in your name, master?
Alright. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Why? Why is... Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why it did that. I must have broken something. Hold on a moment.
Nanalyst sleeping.
Let's see here. I had like a whole thing. See, now it's normal there. What the fuck? Okay, temp's in the middle of that one. And you're right there. Okay. Sorry, it's just because my camera doesn't let me look too far to the left. I just do
My
this.
apologies, I'm back.
Welcome
There we
back.
go. There we go. Should be
Oh,
fixed now.
Oh,
I
the
need a
thing that
bathroom
remembers on.
and food.
That's
Oh.
moderately terrifying. Oh, because it's right there. Ah.
Wait, what?
I'm playing Grounded 2, and a bug that was originally in one spot is no longer in that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
It moved, and
Fair
I'm
enough.
terrified.
No, but I spent my entire week editing because, again, Chad, if you live in a rock, you might not know that I've been editing probably the biggest edited video I've ever made, because I'm sure that I've edited a lot of other videos in the past. But this is going to be the most edited video I've ever done. It took me a couple of weeks to write this script. Well, it took over 3 months to make. However, the first 2.5 months were me thinking about it and gathering stuff. Then I spent a couple weeks writing it. I spent a day recording all of the voice lines. And then I spent 3 days editing it. With a combined like 18 hours of editing, I would say. Something along this. 12 to 18 hours, something like that. Something like that. And now it's uploaded. And in a couple of days, chat, you'll get to watch it. So here, let me I'm gonna go to my channel real quickly here.
It was the blonde one? That is Magma.
Hoi. Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Is Magma, yes. So, chat, there is a video that will come out soon. For those that don't know, I've not been hyper vocal on this because like I've been slowly gathering material, but I am making I made a video. It's about Cinder. It's about my observations of the entire thing. And it is an hour and 26 minutes long. And so if you go onto my channel right now, you will only be greeted with a trailer, because it is trailer right now for the next 4 days. So if you are interested in watching this, it will be available for premiere on Wednesday. It will take place before my hump day, and I think that the hump day will not start until this is over. So this will debut at 3. Hump day starts roughly around 4:30, so I should be able to play. I should be able to do that roughly right afterwards. But yes, the video is called "They Lied to You About Cinder." I have a I have a trailer, and I'm gonna play it for you, chat. I also tweeted about it, but I'm gonna play this for you so that you guys can see the rough trailer. It's not my best. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not my best in my personal opinion in terms of trailers, but I kind of felt like it was decent. For why I started working on this video oddly has nothing to do with Cinder, Shylily, or any of the other creators that will be featured in this video. No, instead, my studies into this... Oh, by the way, I'm going to start using the 3D model a little bit more. I was like, you know what, let's try that. We'll try this 3D model. I came into 2 problems. I'll tell you guys right now. I came into 2 problems, and I'll probably talk... When I do my post-video hump day stream, I'll be talking about this as well. But I had a couple of problems. The first one is I couldn't see where my microphone was. I constantly had to like wave my hands around and feel where the microphone was, like physically touch it or put my mouth on it. So there might be a few times when I'm recording in VRC where it might sound like I'm rubbing against the mic. You'd have to listen really closely. I tried to mask it as well as I could. But if I wasn't putting my face right next to the mic, there was some hearing issues, and I had to re-record one of the sections, and the other one I had to do some specific audio boosting. I don't think it'll be extremely visible, but I guess we'll have to see when the video comes out. I'm expecting my audio recording issues are going to be the least of the things that people decide to get upset at me with. Have a mic attached to the headset. I could, but I don't have one right now. That's like a future me problem. Entire situation were halted when another very prominent creator began receiving a massive swath of backlash. Now, I will tell you guys right now, I originally had planned like a 5-minute intro just about pirate software. Literally just about pirate software. because like I wanted to educate people on how pirate software like lied to people, and because he lied to people, people ended up believing whatever he said, and I wanted to tie that to the current situation. However, the people that helped me like edit the script are like, that's way too long, and it's just like, I agree, let's make it like 30 seconds or less. So I still have that footage. I'm gonna keep it. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that into its own separate video in the future where I just talk about pirate software. But, like, yeah. His entire image slowly chopped down as a weave of lies he told began to be unraveled. His situation has already been covered by multiple other people in great detail, so I don't feel I need to spend 5 or so minutes recapping what has already been said about him.
Oh, shit.
The lesson that I will echo, however, is that creators lie, either by fake pedigree or simply by using their clout, something that is often cashed in like a check to create false narratives. Probably the right call. I would agree, because one of the editors, and I won't say any of their names unless they willingly are okay with me saying their names, but one of them brought up that like when you spend too long not talking about the main subject, it tends to draw people away from the video. So I was like, you know what? I agree. 5 minutes, way too long. And so I went from like 2 pages about Thor to half a page about Thor, and it's only like 30 seconds about it. Because like there's some bits in this that is in the trailer that will be in, there's bits missing from this trailer that will be in the main video. But yeah, so spin lies and captivate an audience into believing whatever they say. Join me as I attempt to comb through those 3 or so months of research done by myself and multiple other people in an attempt to understand the entirety of the situation and why I personally think they lied to you about Cinder.
Definitely lied about the manipulation part of it, that's for sure.
Huh?
Oh, in my opinion, they lied about the manipulation part.
Oh, I agree. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on a lot of my video, because if I just start talking about it, I am just going to like literally say everything I think, and I want to wait for the video, but I agree. Here, I'm going to turn this down. By the way, chat, this is one of my favorite songs from this music artist. Is great music. Oh, what's his... I need to remember his name because he makes fantastic... I put it in my description. What is his name? It's like Carl Casey. So the guy who made this is the music. His name is Carl Casey. Great fucking music, in my personal opinion. And so I was like, I have to use it. And most of his music is actually like in the beginning and the middle of the video. Because one of the things I really wanted to include is like very gritty music, because I feel like it fit the theming of the video. So make it feel very gritty, because you're kind of like going through a very weird situation where everything feels like mired in a lot of layers, and so you have to kind of like match the music, and I felt like that fit basically. Some people will call this Cinder slop. I don't care. I really don't fucking care. Here's my plan. I'm not here to like get the more Kazahana people, or the people that will just say put their head in the sand. I am here to make a video that can hit a couple of different audiences. Number one, I want to hit the normies that look at VTubers, and I want them to kind of like see it. I also want people that can be on the fence to see it as well, because the people that can be on the fence are very powerful people as well. The sheep that will literally just say whatever and do whatever, I really don't care about them, because like they've already decided that emotions is better over facts. Because, you know, they decide they like whatever they like. And you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. I try not to cultivate people like that in my audience anyway, and I feel like I do a decent job. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I just burped out loud. Sorry.
Oh, that's gross. Anyway. This video comes out, chat, on the 6th. Apparently, so here's the funny thing. I finished this video like this morning, and somebody asked me if I was going to put it out tomorrow, because I guess tomorrow Shy Lily is debuting a new model, probably the Nanalyst model, and I was like, that'd be very funny, But that's also not like like, even though I don't like Shy Lily at all, really, I don't feel like that's fair. I feel like even though it would definitely slot the algorithm better, I don't really feel like that's fair. I know a lot of other drama people would probably do that, but I feel like I would rather put it at the day I normally do it, because most of my viewers already expect videos on Wednesdays, and I don't really put out a lot of videos on Saturdays anyway. So I'm going to put it out on Wednesday. I guess funny enough, there's going to be a bow thing a couple days after that as well. So even if I'm not like, even if I'm not putting it on the same day, I'm putting it in between two of the people that were like very big in this doc. Because like Bao and Lily were like the two biggest people with the whole thing. Thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. I also need to turn down my epidemic music. I was wondering why it was so loud. That is why. There we go. Yeah, I was like, I really don't want to release it on because that's not really fair. You know, and but it's just funny because like it will still, their names will still be in the algorithm. Because obviously, you know, you want to try and like get the algorithm. You want to like at the very least try and throw it out there when you feel like the algorithm would give it to more people. And even though I do feel like that would be a more opportunistic time, I just don't feel like it's fair, you know? Funny enough, even though what's funny is I almost put Bao on the thumbnail as well. But then I was like, because the more I worked on this video, the more I'm like, listen, Bao is like a secondary character in all of this. She was like, I will say this, as much as I feel like Bao was complicit in a lot of this, she really isn't to the degree that I would say Lily or Nano was, which is why only Lily and Nano are on the thumbnail. Bao, I feel like, was kind of dragged into this mess because her name was on it. She even mentions a couple times in her stream. I actually put a couple clips from her on there. I don't remember how many. But she admits that like she was told to add information that she herself really didn't want to add. That only I think came out because of the Rain doc and because of the Van Peaches girl. So I think that I'm not as upset at Bao. I'm still going to use some of her words in this because I need to in order to kind of like explain what was going on, but I would say that Bao is definitely not like an evil individual in a lot of this. At least I don't have evidence on the contrary. However, based off of all of the research, chat, and again, I will tell you right now, people sent me a lot of shit. All right, here, let me see if I can pull open the thread on Under the Tea, because on Under the Tea we have two Cinder threads. We have the main Cinder thread, which thankfully has been fine. But then we also have this archive thread. And I have the archive thread because I was like, okay, I need a central place where people are not allowed to talk so that I can just like put stuff in. So here is the thread. And I told people I just wanted video because I learned from other people that wanted to look into this. And I was like, okay, if I wanted to get sources and little conversation, what am I going to do? Tell them videos only? If they want to talk about it, go somewhere else to talk about it. So I slowed down the thread to like 5 minutes. No, I think it was longer than 5. Every hour. So I slowed it down to 1 hour a reply. So you really had to think about what you wanted to put in here. So a lot of people put forward a lot of screenshots. This person put in all of the Google Docs in there, which I already had, but it was still nice to have them. He put in a lot of different reaction videos from a lot of different people. A lot of them, while I viewed, I just felt like didn't really matter. Because a lot of these people's reactions, some of them are really good, but they're really good for other parts of this whole drama that I won't even touch the surface of. Because all I wanted to do with this drama is to look at the main shit, which being the 5 Google Docs that were put out there, and the 2 response videos. Because the 2 response videos by Bao and Shy Lily, those were the 2 most damning pieces of evidence that I am very surprised they put out there willingly. Because they gave away a lot of information that if we did not have, like if they did not do that, they did not put those videos in, we would be in the dark about a lot of stuff. Because we had no idea who helped Nano out with the Google Doc, we know it was Shy Lily, because Shy Lily admits to it. We had no idea for fucking, now my brain's going blank as I'm trying to say this. We had no idea for why some of the models were canceled, and I feel like we have answers for some of that. We had no idea. We just didn't really have a lot of idea about a lot of this. And the fact that Bao and Shy Lily made those streams, like, again, Bao, I really don't blame her too much for, because she was probably in her feelings and she was really upset. And again, Bao's somebody that I feel less sympathy for because of her struggles in life, you know? And so I was honestly kind of hesitant to use a lot of her stuff because she was crying. Did I play the Google Docu clip? I did not. Thank you for reminding me.
They want to make an apology? Google Docu.
Perfect. I think Spite and Rain were contacted. When it comes to Rain, I don't think so. When it comes to Rain, no, I don't think so. I am not of the opinion that Rain was contacted. His Google Doc was so out of left field because they decided not to mention her relationship. That I think it was out of left field, personally. I think the thing about his revealed a lot of information that I don't think a lot of people were expecting to be revealed. Because his was like one of the first signifiers that like Cinder has a long-term relationship. So when I realized, oh, she doesn't actually live with her boyfriend, I was like, dude, listen. Because I actually talked about this, by the way, with some of my family members. And one of my family members is actually, like me, a life coach. And I was like, well, what do you think about this situation? Because, you know, she talks to couples, and that's like her thing, is to talk to couples. And she told me, it's like, well, I could see that she probably would know. And I was like, what if she's long distance? She's like, well, it becomes more complicated then. Because I told her, I was like, listen, Mom, I don't think that you would know all of your husband's conversations because you trust each other. And if he starts randomly doing shit behind your back, you may not know. And, you know, we kind of came to the consensus that that's basically it. Thank you, user, for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Shy Lily seemed deep in her emotions too. I actually have... Okay. I tried my best to go down on the insulting, because I don't believe in it. I'm really trying to get out of just randomly throwing insults towards people, because... I feel like that takes away from what I'm trying to do, which is actually like, and I throw up a little bit inside saying this, be a journalist. Be a journalist, but not be a journalist, if that makes sense. And so I am trying to reduce that, but I'm still being a little silly with what I'm doing. I will say there is a couple digs with Shy Lily when it comes to her feelings in there, and you'll just have to wait and see what I mean. So... They were nice, though. I felt like it did a good job at holding up a mirror on some of this. Oh, am I getting raided? Thank you, Sparky, for the raid. Sparky, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome to. Also, wait. Checking out some
Stinger. Thank you.
Never mind, that's just my profile picture. I'm not used to my profile picture. Oh, goodness. He was probably holding a grudge. Oh, I can believe he was holding a grudge. You know what's funny is I'm not the only one that like decided to make videos recently on this. Granted, I didn't. The other individual didn't really make videos. He made streams and then turned those into videos. But Diesel IRL, who is also just FPS Diesel, I kind of became I noticed this guy back when he did when he talked about Cameron F305. And he did 2 streams on Cinder. I watched the first one. He actually, like, his thoughts and opinions really helped me write some of my... now, I didn't like ask him questions, but I did like listen to his first part. And it helped me out with some of the last minute script changes that I put in there. And so I really liked some of his thoughts, because he comes from a very business-oriented world. Because he knows how to mix business and, like, be a content creator. Because I think he's an editor for other people, and then he makes his own content, basically. But he made 2 videos on the Cinder drama. I personally think that if you want somebody's opinion that isn't normally a VTuber and comes from outside the VTuber world, this is the guy to listen to, because he's got very good opinions on it. Although I do think that he doesn't like Kirsch. So I would say he doesn't like Kirsch, I think, but he's got decent opinions on the Cinder drama, in my personal opinion. And so I listened to him talk about it, and I thought that they were decent. You know, I can forgive the Kirsch hatred for his opinions on Shy Lily, or not on Shy Lily, on Cinder. Find Shy Lily to be immature. I'll save my opinions on that for Wednesday. Anything that I don't get out in the video, I will get out on I'll get out on fucking Wednesday. Hello, Sparky, how are you doing? Eternal Nanalyst husband, how are you doing today?
Eternal Nanalyst husband.
Eternal Nanalyst husband. Yep, that's you.
Oh, no. Where are these lies coming from?
These slanderings. Aka's trying so hard not to talk about. Yes, chat. I've spent the last fucking couple of weeks working on this video. Everything is fresh in my head. It's the most autistic thing I have in there. I want to talk about it, but I can't for 4 more days.
Oh, don't let Akko lie to you. Akko's been talking about it. It's just been in DMs.
Well, I can do that with you, and I can do that with a couple other people, because the other people that I've been talking to about it have been helping me with information. I will give a pre-special thanks to Sparky, because Sparky did help out a lot with other stuff. There are some other people behind the scenes that will get their thank yous in the credits as well. Also,
don't worry, I'll be getting a ton lashing, so
you'll
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
The only lashing I give to you is saying, "Hey, bro, pick your fights better on Twitter." That's the only thing I really say in my outro, is just I think you need to pick your fights better. But that's about it.
Yeah.
I
swing.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't care. You're allowed to swing, you know. Whole thing felt fishy. I agree. Listen, I never really said it during my first stream and my second stream. Well, I can't say the second stream. I think the second stream is where I started to get pissed off. But when I looked at all of it, I was just like, okay, let's keep this a little close to the chest and wait to talk about it until we're ready. And this is kind of just it there. I mean, like, obviously my opinions have kind of been seeping out whenever I talk to Mizu about it on screen. But otherwise, it's just like, I've kept myself mostly quiet about it. Minus Twitter, I guess. Twitter doesn't really count in my personal opinion. But, like, I've been keeping myself quiet specifically because I wanted to get it done. I wanted to get it right. Other people are going to screech, and that's their right. And I'm ready to say mine. Hindsight is 20/20, I would say.
Well, I've actually got a question for you, because I know for a fact you don't bring this up in your document. So I know it's nothing that you've looked at, contemplated, or did anything with.
Are you outing yourself as one of my editors?
I haven't fucking edited for you. Are you joking?
No, I'm saying I told people that I had people that looked at my script. So are you outing yourself as one of the people that read it?
I mean,
listen, chat, I will say, if I was friends with certain other people that are no longer my friends, they would have had the chance to read my script as well. But since they're not my friends anymore, I can't let them read the script, because I would have let them read the script as well. I'm releasing the video after her birthday. Listen, I didn't know her birthday was in like 4 or 5 days. It don't matter, though, because when I'm done with the video, I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't watch any of these people, all right? They're not interesting to me. If they're interesting to you, fine. But, like, I'm not, like, a fan of listening to a girl with a big titty model pretend to be stupid and play video games all day. Because that's all a lot of these people are. I'm sorry.
You should have released a video doing the reveal to Mole.
I can't. I already said that would be too mean. That would be too mean. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Oh, that's not mean. It's not mean at all. I mean,
it is.
it would be mean.
Shy Lily is showcasing Nanalyst's latest commission model.
I can't do it. I can't do it, chat. I just can't do it.
Oh, I could fucking do it all
I
fucking day
know,
long.
but like, listen. Go ahead.
You continue, Sparky.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I thought you said something.
I don't know. I asked a couple people and they're like, no, I don't think you should do that. And I was like, yeah, I agree. I'm not really of the mind to do it. So, you know, even though I know a lot of I've had a lot of people tell me yes, and I had a lot of people tell me no. And it's just like, I think that it would be better just to wait. So. But
no, what I posted up on Twitter today, because I got to think about everything. You know, I got to kind of re-looking through some of my stuff, and I came to the determination of, oh wait, Cinder said that she had projects in the works with Nanalyst, and that was on a stream 2 weeks before the documents came out.
Yeah,
actually had several projects going with artwork commissions from Nanalyst. And then you go through and you realize, and you look at Nanalyst's terms of service of, oh, before she starts on any kind of project, she requires full payment up front. Now, whether or not, you know, Cinder got that treatment or not, you know, maybe pay here, pay that, who knows. But with what was going on at the time, I would assume she took payment up front. And if that's the case, it's like, we know also for another fact that whenever the documents came out, Cinder went to Nanalyst, and then Nanalyst blocked Cinder. So my ultimate question is, did those projects get started on working? Was payment received? And so, did the projects get turned over to Cinder? Or did Cinder get a refund? Or did Nanalyst run off with the money?
See, that's speculation.
That's a legitimate question.
It is a good legitimate question, and if I didn't find that out,
speculation. I'm asking questions.
If I didn't find that out today, it probably would have been in my video, but I will like include that in the stream right after. We're just like, where's the money, Nanalyst? You have where's this money?
Well, I mean, like I said, I got preferences. I don't know. And those are inside details that we don't know. The only thing that we do know is Cinder has stated, but so it can't be hindsight. It can't be, oh, well, Cinder's lying because she's trying to cover her ass because this happened like 2 weeks, a week and a half before the documents dropped. So
yeah,
Cinder had no fucking idea. And it was just showcasing to her fans of, hey, yeah, these awesome things are happening. Also, Nanalyst is so sweet and cool, and she is such a good friend and a talented artist. You know, week later, knife.
Yeah.
But, you know, it does all that. But it's like, yeah, we know that there's projects. We know Nanalyst requires money up front. What we do not know is what the projects accepted, was money accepted. And if it was, is like, did the projects get turned over completed? Did she get a partial refund? Did she get a full refund? Or did she run off with the money? Because I know for a fact, each one of these VTubers that's involved in this controversy in some way, shape, or form, ranging from Val, Lily, Cinder, Nanalyst, Silvervale, and other ones, have expressed explicitly on how much they hate people fucking over talents of art. Like, not fulfilling her commissions. So, you may hate Cinder, but if Nanalyst did that, hold to your standards.
I will say that it took me going through those Google Docs multiple times to come to the conclusion that Nanalyst really shouldn't be allowed to be a businesswoman ever again, because Nanalyst has multiple times, in my personal opinion, violated what would be the private security of a lot of these girls. She should not be allowed to be a business person. If you can't listen, again, this is something that I'll mention in the video, but it's rich coming from me, somebody that talks about drama. But if you can't keep a lid on who you're working with, and if you're chatting with somebody who could be in competition with somebody else, and they're convincing you to to drop models, allegedly, you shouldn't be allowed to be in business. I think that Nanalyst needs to hang up the coat because she shouldn't be an artist. Well, I mean, she could be an artist, but I don't think she should be allowed to conduct business because she is like consistently, like, again, even if like Cinder knew, and which, by the way, spoiler, I don't believe. But even if Cinder knew and she was 100% in all these dealings, I still would, if I was Lily, would have fired Nano and said, I can't trust you because you engaged in this stuff. Why is Lily covering for Nanalyst? Probably because she bought a model from her. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I don't get it. Go ahead.
I know you don't want to say. I know you don't want to step foot in that fire. I am more than glad to step foot in this fire because I've always said it before. And my whole take on it is, I think Nanalyst, and this is my all right. I think Nanalyst got caught, is what it is.
Oh, I agree.
Nanalyst got caught because Nanalyst was canceling models legitimately because she was sick. I mean, well, not legitimately, but you know, it was because she was sick, and she's canceled several models. More so than what was listed in the docs. Again, Giga being one of them. Not because of Cinder, but because she was sick, and it's documented in Nanalyst's Discord and publicly and stated and all that other good shit. So she's done that.
Yeah.
I think what happened is she got caught because one thing got leaked, according to Lily.
One singular tweet. Or like leak, excuse me. I actually have that clip here. Let me see if I can pull that up because that's a funky clip.
One single leak.
She puts a lot of emphasis
we don't
on
know
it.
From who?
We don't know from who. We don't know what it is.
I think from Nanalyst. And I think it is from Nanalyst. And I think it was about the whole stuff with Shy Lily and Cinder. And I think that there was an axe to grind between Lily and all these other people. And well, you gotta look at it like this. Lily is how big? A couple million followers on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to gain leverage over artists? I mean, Lily can end Nanalyst right then and there. But everyone wants Nanalyst as models.
You know what's funny?
What better way to coerce someone into a exclusivity? But I will say it does look like kind of an exclusivity because Nanalyst's commission card is still closed. It has been closed since the docs dropped. However, still doing outfits, still doing models, and still doing artwork for Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the model, that can be excused of that was already a previous commission project, so she probably has an obligation to finish that. As for the artwork, was a commission before or after the entire thing happened.
Yeah, is this supposed to be about pirate software? We'll get there, chat. We'll arc back over there, chat. I promise.
Yeah,
but
well,
go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
It's like I'll concede to Magma's point, but it's like it just looks bad. Optics.
No, I agree. You're not the only one. And again, chat Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Video will come out. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. It's a lot of information. I do show the sources for everything. I even have a Google Drive set up with a lot of the screenshots that I personally took. The screenshots for the Google Docs I don't put in there because those are already accessible. I have backed up all of the 5 main Google Docs as well as some of the other Google Docs that are out there. And so there's a lot of information that I cataloged. I also cataloged Nano's website if for whatever reason that goes down. So, you know, there's a lot of information. Or changes, exactly. And I took those pictures like a month ago. Did I miss the part about the milkman? We haven't gotten there yet. We're getting there. Did I see that GOG is giving out games? Yes, GOG is giving out games right now. Yes.
We talked about that during Razor's stream.
Yes.
And we'll talk about it more on Sunday.
Yes, we'll come back on that on Sunday.
It'll be over by Sunday, but we'll still talk about it.
Thank you, Festival, for being a member for a whole year. Google Docky. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You need to get that sound clip.
I do have that sound clip.
Google Docky.
I do. It's a sound clip that plays. You guys can't hear it, but it plays.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Who has talked about Nano after the docs? Only the people that don't like her right now. I know that Nano still tweets, but she doesn't like make models really. Her commissions are closed.
I know you can't see it because no camera on, but hey, my arms raised. I'm glad to say I'm one of the first people blocked by Nanalyst for asking her questions and calling her out.
I will say, chat, I did email all of these people and say, I would like to talk to you, get an interview. None of them replied to me. None of them. I sent an email out to quite a few of them. Let's see here. Don't worry, my screen's not showing. I sent out an email to Nanalyst, Battle the Whale. I believe I sent one out to, I think for Shy Lily, it was on her Twitter too. And I was, I'll have to look at that later. I didn't get a reply from any of them. So I'll favorite that and look at that later.
You were crossing your T's and dotting
Because,
your I's.
hey, it's because you don't go along with the narrative.
I don't care. Listen, I don't care. They're guilty to a fault. We have to plan an Among Us emergency meeting. No, like, again, like, here's the thing. My goal for my video, 10,000 views. If it gets above that, great, fantastic. I just want people to see it. I felt like the thumbnail looked nice. I might work on the thumbnail some more because it's not perfect and it's not exactly where I want it to be. But I think it's great. I think the video is going to be good.
Just gain inspiration from Kazuhana.
Fuck no. Speaking of more Kazuhana, I'm waiting to see what that man, if that man mentions me, because I have been, now that my tweet has gained traction.
Keeping up his ass.
Wait. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I did make a tweet about this last night. I was like, okay, I have the trailer. Gonna put out the trailer. Trailer's got almost 7,000 views on it. It's not like massive, but it's doing pretty decent right now, and I'm happy with that. Even though it still has this sensitivity warning on it, even after they told me that was appealed, but it's doing decently well. Chat, by the way, if you haven't, go retweet this, pretty please. I would appreciate it. The more people that see it, the better, in my personal opinion. And in a couple of days, it'll be replaced with the actual video itself. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm expecting that now that I've got this out there, that Kazuhana might make a video on me.
I mean, he made a video on me because, I tried to cancel Lily.
Yeah, so yeah, I've talked about Kazuhana once or twice. This is more Kazuhana. This guy does nothing but make content slop. Right now, his whole thing is covering VShojo because VShojo is in it, and since they're breathing funny, he is making stuff about VShojo, and I guess censorship laws, which we can all agree. We can all agree about censorship laws being shitty, I guess. Although I don't know why he's putting Bao on the censorship law stuff and fucking Mel. I don't get that. That's dumb. But as you can see, chat, here's another Cinder video. Oh my! And he doesn't just do one video a day. All right, he doesn't just do one video a day. He does multiple videos a day. All right, this is the content like slop this man does. This is just absolutely fucking is gross. He's gonna call you a Cinder fan. Listen, I'm not a fan of anybody but myself. All right, I like fucking. I like. Oh, what was her name? Mori. I like Mori. I like Pippa a little bit, but like, other than that, I really don't care about a lot of these people.
You heard it here. Occo doesn't enjoy his friends.
That's a little different, Temp, and you know that.
I mean, Occo, one of my subscribers, so it makes sense.
Yeah, keep the troughs full. No, that's exactly what it is, chat. Exactly what it is. So, you know, me and Mizu kind of talked about it last night. It's a thing where you make so much content, one of them's going to hit eventually, you know, one of them. And what's funny is a lot of the Cinder videos on his do decent, because whenever he puts Cinder in the thumbnail, it gets a lot of traction. By the way, this video about the artist, he lied in this video. I will tell you right now. I've seen some of the messages, and I heard that the artist is like telling people that he's lied about what she said. So this video is fake news, by the way. But yeah, there's a Cinder video. This is a Cinder video. There's a Cinder video. Like, whenever he could put Cinder in the thumbnail, all right, he's gonna put her in the thumbnail. And since there's been like a well dry of Cinder, so it has been like 2 months. So, but whenever he can put her face in the fucking thumbnail, you know, he's going to. So I expect that when my video comes, before my video comes out, after my video comes out, and the fallout of my video, he's going to talk about me and put Cinder in there as well. So this is just really funny. Even the artist in question didn't want that post getting out. Yeah, I've heard that artist is not very happy about what happened. And I will just say this. Kazuhana's on the list one day. All right. I'm going to do some investigating. People have told me shit about him. And if I can substantiate it, kind of fucking gross in my personal opinion. People think that me and Mizu are a lot. If what people are saying about him is true, this man is fucking disgusting in my personal opinion.
Well, I just find it funny because his only claim against me is because, oh, I tweet more than 10 times that day. There must be something wrong. Well, I caught the little fucker tweeting damn near 8 to 9 times a day, and it's like, okay, you'll hold yourself to the same standards? I think not. But no, it's like that last Cinder video he did. It's like, you don't even need the freaking artist to come out. Cinder is on record stating for a fact that her model listing was made brain fog. The model card for her model was done in 2020. Way before anything was said, done, before Spite was even a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And really, and honestly, the Spite stuff really kind of came to a head with, you know, if we go through and we look at the references of the tweets and the bitching done, 2023. And that's when Spite was coming out with her stuff, and Cinder was going to her 2.0 model from her 1.0.
Yeah.
So it's like the Spite stuff's bullshit. Is you just go through and you read the docs, take out all the fucking minutia bullshit, and look at the actual factual information in it, and actually go back and do a modicum of fucking research, like when was the debuts, when was the stuff posted, when was the stuff talked about.
Listen,
go through and looking through what?
I was just gonna say we do need to move on. What I will say is, he, like a lot of all these other people, don't operate on facts. They operate on feelings. Also, he is like a shy lily glazer and cocksucker, so he will do whatever he can to like praise his queen. No. No. I've seen this man retweet.
Time out. You need to be a little bit more respectful, Occo, to the man. He's a blowhole enthusiast.
Okay, listen. I don't fucking care what he is. He's a Brit. Listen, he's a Brit. Sorry, I don't like him already. All right, he's a Brit, and he is a shy lily cocksucker. All right, all he will do is sit there, and I can't hear him over the sounds of him sucking her dick all day. All right, so all I will say is automatically I don't really care about his opinions because I know where his bias is. That's why I sat back and I was like, do I even want to make a video? Because I feel like I'll have a bias. Just like, I don't have a bias. I hate both sides. I think Cinder sucks a little bit. I think that Shy Lily sucks a little bit. Although I do think that Shy Lily sucks even more. Because my opinion is I don't really like a lot of female VTubers anyway. But, you know, it's whatever. But
they all use that shit sandwich.
It's just different shit. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Gotta move on because I promised people we would react to Quintheo today, and we are gonna do so. Chat, by the way, don't forget to like the stream so that it will be boosted in the YouTube algorithm. Also, we are going to start doing this thing where if you are in the top of the fan leaderboard at the end of the stream, you will get entered into a thing at the end of the month for some free merch. So if you want to do that, you either chat or super chat. So if you super chat, you get to the top of the list. And, oh, thank you so much for the 10. I need to turn down the music more.
Sparky, really? Oh, yeah.
Do you think people will go back and do it history research?
Yeah, Sparky, they're not me. All right? They're not autistic like me.
No one's autistic like you.
That's not true. Ava's autistic like me. Thank you for the 10.
No. You have a very special kind.
Oh.
Ava's autistic for Star Wars and the law.
So I'm autistic over drama, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just autistic over the truth. And technically, I'm not even on Spectrum.
Yeah. Restream is taking our comp to merch. No. Restream is number 6 right now. Botrix is number 4. Listen, if Restream or Botrix hits the top, we go to whoever the fuck is next down the line. But if you super chat automatically, like, you're going to overtake Restream and Botrix, as Restream and Botrix don't chat that much to get up there. So all I'm going to say is, if you want to get to the top of the list, yes, you do have to super chat, but this is a way for me to give back to people that do a lot of support and are just on the channel. So that's really kind of the purpose behind it. So if you super chat, you get to the top of the list. I add you to a list at the end of the stream. And then at the end of the month, I will do a drawing for people to see who wins stuff. I'll do a giveaway. It's like 1 or 2 different pieces of merch. I'll give away a shirt or some stickers or whatever. And you can be entered into it multiple times. So if you want to continuously win free merch, you know, there you go. But, you know. Anyway, that's just kind of like something new I decided to start doing here at the beginning of August. Just for people that decide to give back. Basically, if that makes sense. I'm autistic over Halo and Star Wars. Well, there you go. Our Halo autistic friend is not with us tonight. He's probably at work right now.
If anyone wanted to say I'm autistic about anything, it's Sonic.
Yeah, but that's the temp. Unfortunately, that is the saddest thing for you to be autistic over. I'm going to be real. I think everybody can. I think everybody can agree that if you're autistic over Sonic, it's kind of terrifying. So
a little bit.
Well, look at Ant.
Ant is not like around. She's like very
that's
busy.
Shadow. That's Shadow.
No, yeah. But the funny thing is, I made a post about it, and Bull tagged Ant in that post saying, you know, do something with this. Get rid of him. In not so many Bull words.
I was gonna say Ant might be busy, but she's still around. I mean, she likes my posts, and you know, I see her around on Twitter, so it's like
occasionally, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, she replied.
It got very quiet all of a sudden.
Anyway. So we're gonna transition here from talking about Cinder, because again, can't really do too much of that personally, even though we really just spent the last hour doing it. I can't talk about it too much. I can't go into the intent details of it.
Yeah, I would definitely move off the topic so you don't accidentally say something that's in the video.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Let's talk instead about Pirate Software. Pirate Software, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is 3 days ago, or more than 3 days ago, Pirate Software alleged that Quintheo has a Discord server where he is doxing people in it. And I kind of was like, okay, I'm going to have to wait and see what this is about before I ascribe blame. So Quintheo decided to make a video refuting these claims, which I like because he does apparently show some information in it. Now, I do have to give a bit of a disclaimer. Quintheo is one of those guys that... Oh, thank you for the $5
for more hats. Not as bad as being
autistic over Pac-Man.
I've not heard that one.
I've never heard that one.
We had
My
to
friend
force
Wonga,
him
wonga,
to
wonga,
drop his
wonga.
emails.
one who didn't like Pac-Man. We had to force him to drop his tangent.
Fire software have proof. We're gonna get into it, chat. We're gonna get into it. Anyway, Quintheo is somebody that's kind of is kind of like one of those drama reporters. Although he does make a lot of videos. Now, I will say, even though he makes a lot of videos, because he does make a lot of videos. Well, I would say he's made more recently because he's got kind of like a stride. I would say that I like him a little bit better than somebody like Pegasus or Kazuhana, because even though I don't really like his thumbnails that much, because listen, I'm going to be honest, man could stand to like make his thumbnails a little bit better, in my personal opinion.
I see the same page 3 times, holy hell.
Yes, and I don't really like that too much, but by the same token, this man does actually have a lot of information he brings into it. He's way more well-spoken. He does like 10 times better than a lot of other people. Oh, hold on.
Hi, Mr. Scorpion. Goodbye, Mr. Scorpion.
So, if he fixed his thumbnails, I'd say he'd be like basically a perfect video maker for the most part. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he needs to lay off the pirate software stuff, and not a defensive pirate, but it's like Kazuhana, Cinder, EvaElfpire, and there's a couple other people channels out there that they've got like the designated, cows that they like to A-log, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why I say that is because YouTube's terms of service, that is considered harassment.
Is it really?
If you constantly post about someone in a row, it's considered harassment.
Fair enough. There's a reason why. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a reason why, like, I try and space out some of my content. But yeah, I guess I could see that. I would say it depends on. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of content creators that would break that rule then that I see still doing it. I think he needs to leave Pirate alone for a while. I mean, I would agree, but there is so much stuff that's being talked about. And I would say that even though he talks a lot about Pirate, a lot of the information he talks about, again, is more than just a couple of tweets or just like a little thing. He actually like puts way more shit into it than like, again, more Kazuhana or Pegasus. Like, this man is actually like a real updater that I'm okay with. I just don't like his thumbnails. I think his thumbnails are trash, but that's it. If he fixes thumbnails, I would say that it'd be just fine. So, what got
yeah,
leafy?
that's exactly what got leafy. That's exactly what got leafy. And like I said, it's cut, clear, dry, and simple within YouTube's terms of service.
Mm-hmm.
And that rule of thumb is like 3 in a row.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's kind of the measuring stick.
A very fuzzy Cyclops has entered the arena and is sitting on my keyboard.
Oh.
Feline.
How you doing, Amanda?
Yeah, that's like my only criticism, and it's not like it's not one of those, oh my god, go dude. It's like no, man, like legitimately, it's like for your own sake, just back off a little bit so you don't put yourself in a crosshair of YouTube.
It wouldn't be surprising if there are Discord servers that are used to dox people. Oh, I know that there are.
There are.
There are. I've seen them before, and then I immediately reported them and left them because I don't want to be caught in shit like that. But no, they exist. They 100% exist. They're really scary. But the alleged problem that Jason Thor Hall Pirate Software has is Quintheo is the owner of one of those Discord servers. So we're going to watch this video and see if that is correct, or if Jason Thorhall is a very stinky liar, pants on fire, basically. So
well, it also depends on the term of doxing too, and what they're considering a dox.
So if I remember correctly, the type of doxing that is alleged is it is Jason's house address, which he says is not public. That is what he is alleging.
Bullshit, it is.
But yeah.
It's listening for his business license.
That would be
His
correct,
ferret rescue.
yes. That is correct, yes. I didn't even think about that, but yes. Anyway,
I don't.
let's get started. As with anything, yell if you want me to pause, and let's do this.
Over this last weekend here, Pirate Software had some very interesting
24,
things to say
22.
about me and my
Damn, I need
Discord.
more.
Cannot
Like
hear it.
accusations that I was allowing people to...
All right, hold on.
Am I muting you on this? No, I am not.
There we go. Now you should be able to hear it.
Over this last weekend here,
Yay.
Pirate
Yeah.
Software had some very interesting things to say about me and my Discord, like accusations that I was allowing people to openly dox Pirate Software in my Discord server, and he provides screenshots as proof. So I figured for this video, why not go over every single thing that he said about me and my Discord, and see if Pirate Software is right about these claims. But before that, I'm feeling a bit chilly. Let me get into uniform.
Oh my gosh, this man is doing... he
Get the milk,
is...
man.
He
Milk is
is doing a fucking, what is it called? Content cop style. I like this. This is awesome. The only
He's
thing
playing to the joke.
he needs to do is have like the intro music, and then it would be perfect.
They screwed up the brim. It's like oblong. I'm the milkman, and here I am yet again, ready to milk this cow.
I'm gonna be honest, the fact that he's playing into the meme is pretty funny.
It is.
Jason's
I mean, that's
Very funny.
milking a lol cow, yes. Jason's jocks are Googleable. I did not know that's how you could say something with Google, but you know, I'm not going to question it because Google is not really even a word either. You can easily find it under tax documentation for the house sale purchased in his name, not an LLC, not a rescue, but he claimed it as an expense and a donation.
Yep. Like I said, it's all underneath LLC business related stuff. I mean, it's like I ended up finding it looking for the whenever the copyright bullshit happened with his voice and the indie game.
Holy shit, that is like so many levels of retarded, man. Like, listen, here's the thing, chat. If I was the head of Lucky Entertainment, which I'm not, when Bull actually does turn it into a company, like an actual LLC, he's probably going to have a lawyer incorporate it so it goes under the lawyer's name or the lawyer's service, and then the address is going to be not his house. So it's just like there's ways to get around it.
Atrocious.
I know, I've seen it, but like there's ways to get around it to where you're not fucked over. And I feel like Jason, like, here's the thing about Jason that's so funny. He tries to sound, and this is something I legitimately fell for until I stopped. He tries to sound so smart with how he explains things, because he does sound very smart with how he explains things. But when you sit down and think about it, you're just like, yeah, that sounds hyper retarded, man. I don't know why you think that you sound smart saying that. So, like, I don't know. He's not actually really that smart of a guy. He just pretends to act smart. It's kind of just like Mudahar with being a fake engineer, which a lot of people, I guess, are still very convinced that Mudahar is not an engineer.
Yeah. Hang on one moment real quick. Yes, you can attach your LLC to a PO box. Depends on the state, because depending on the state, they want physical address.
Oh, I'm just loading the water droplet.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Now, all jokes aside, this weekend was pretty stressful, and that's because I was under the impression that I received a cease and desist from Pirate Software and a follow-up email saying that they were going to be going forward with legal action. Now, as it turned out,
That is something that he tends to do a lot. Jason really does like to go after him. Now, granted, it could be because of harassment, and if that is the case, you know, again, like we just mentioned, YouTube and shit. Oh, gosh, damn, that is...
I just pet my ant while inside of a menu.
Oh.
Neither of those were actually pirate software. Some troll ended up sending those, and completely pulling the wool over my eyes, I genuinely believed it was an actual cease and desist. And so I was working with a lawyer to communicate with pirate software lawyers and go through what I thought to be the beginning of that process. And at first, I did think it was a fake cease and desist, but one of the things that they mentioned, which pirate software also mentioned, was that I was going to be, accused with doxing pirate software. And I was doubtful, but then...
Can you even send we don't have the lawyer because she's asleep now. Can you even send a cease and desist over doxing? Can you actually do that?
You can send, so a cease and desist is basically just a notification, and it really doesn't have to have, if I remember right, it does not have to have backing of a court. It's just a letter that it can have lawyers or judges look at it, or it could just be by itself, like what Kush did. For any action, it's like I want you to stop this action or authorize this action's gonna happen. I mean, whether it's enforceable or not depends on the next step when you take it to court. But it is one of the first steps of hey, you honestly went through, tried to remedy this harm that was being done to you instead of going straight to court proceedings by trying to take care of it out of court. It's one of those good faith deals.
Fair enough. Send it over anything, you just can ignore it until you actually get sued. Fair enough. Because that's the thing, is the C&D is not really like a legal thing. It's literally just a piece of paper saying, do this or we will do this. Basically. So.
Up after I finally read that message, Pirate Software went on this huge tirade, putting in his announcements on his public Discord all about that apparently I've been cultivating and allowing a community that doxes Pirate Software. So with those two things so close together, I just took it at face value and acted accordingly, which meant that I shut up. There's a second part to the interview that I had with the Blizzard employee that was also a roommate of Pirate Software's, which will be going live probably tomorrow here. But that was...
If we have time tonight, we'll watch that one. Depends on how light this goes, but I heard that one is really bad as well. If not, we'll have to watch it another time. But I guess like his roommate is like hated him. I have no idea. That's crazy. I heard that his roommate hates him.
Paused, as well as the response to anything that he was saying, because I needed to speak with a lawyer first, get it all figured out, and now that we have... we can talk. What did Pirate Software accuse me of? Now, for the most part here, when we're looking at the timestamps, just go ahead and look at the day, because I've been receiving screenshots of all this from various different people in different time zones. So Pirate Software in his Discord did an @everyone context. A content creator called Quintio is continuously farming ad revenue by making false claims and drama content about.
I think we can be fair in saying that yes, he is farming ad revenue, because whenever you focus on a topic like this for a lot, if it does make you money, yes, you are probably farming ad revenue. Just like a lot of other drama people that do the exact same thing. Again, all I'm going to say is Kazuhana does that. Unfortunately, it looks like Rima's slowly spinning into that as well, and I don't understand why, and a couple other people do it as well. So it's just like, yes, there is such a thing as farming ad revenue, and I can agree that that's what he's doing. But granted, there's a lot of stuff to talk about with Pirate Software. If you get a lot of information about him, I mean, like, if you get a random Blizzard employee that wants to do an interview with you, I would not say that's really like along the same lines, because that's actually like breaking a story that might be important. But just like making a bunch of random videos, yes, I would say that that's
well, not only that, farming ad revenue, I mean, it's hitting the algorithm. That's not against some service, not against law. It's not breaking any kind of rules. Now, I'm surprised Thor didn't state harassment, but yeah, anything else, like, yeah, he can do that.
Same problem with the Kino Casino. The Kino Casino is like they're there mostly just to entertain people, I would say. Here's what I would say about them: if you take them seriously, you're going too far, because you're not supposed to take the Kino Casino seriously. They are literally just there to dance around so that you give them money. Like literally, that's like they come out all the time and just say, "Give us money, pretty please. Give us subs. Give us subs, chat. Can we get some subs in the chat?" Like that's all. That's half of what they do.
I'm waiting for some poor schmuck to come in around the orbit and they have AIM 2.0.
That would be, I heard allegedly that Andy is like being accused of being a groomer right now, allegedly.
That I believe it's the same claims, and I mean, there's some and there's like no legitimacy.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the what I'm trying to say here is there is appropriate times to make content. If you get information that you feel is important, yeah, you should make a video off of it. I am of the opinion that if like you need to make if you have a lot of information, maybe make a longer video. And I don't know. I'm kind of like measuring what I feel like is appropriate for stuff, because there's just a lot of people that just end up making so much content, and it's just like, this dude, did you really have to like do this, or are you just like, I don't know. All this to really say that yes, I agree that with Quintheo, he really could just like put some of this in one video, but you know, it's whatever.
Recently, he claimed that Kronos broke TOS by giving bit/subs to the Giga Train in April. Kronos used his own money to do this, and he can do whatever he likes with that money. Below is some information with receipts about all of that to refute the false claims about the situation.
So I don't know if any of you guys have opinions on this, but I feel like the court is still out on the breaking of the TOS. My opinion is it's kind of up in the air, because like I would say it is unfair to say, oh, Temp, you can't support me if you don't want to. Like, if Temp wants to support me, that's fine. I know that Legal Mindset made an argument for deceptive practices, which, you know, could be argued. It kind of depends on fuck it, I just lost my thought there. It really just kind of depends. In my personal opinion, it's really just, it's kind of just 50-50.
Mean copium, and I believe potentially criminal and uncivil law, I think, had a better opinion what Legal Mindset did. I know what Legal Mindset did, and he's going along on one aspect, which is an avenue that they could possibly go through, but that's just legal recourse. That person, you know, because a person who donated could feel like that they were betrayed or, you know, duped into doing this, but I think that's like weak. I agree. This falls more in line of, hey, Ethan Ralph is donating to himself through alt accounts to make it look like he's got a bigger following that's giving him money. It's more line of that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I know it's kind of like shaky. I would say the TOS thing is really, there's more arguments I'm sure that could be heard, but I really feel like it's in the middle. I really feel like it's in the middle.
I don't think it's against TOS.
That's fair enough. I just feel like learning that you're coordinating with other people to make a hype train continue, I just like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Technically, you're coordinating with the audience to try to make hype train continue. It just depends on what form you're taking it.
I don't know. I feel like
I just don't see it being against TOS.
I feel like my main problem is that they tried to keep it a secret, and they tried to like obfuscate around it, and there just felt like there was so much smoke. It's just like, listen, if it's not against the rules, then why did you like make it feel like this big deal? That's all. That's all I really feel like about it.
This creator has changed his entire brand into pirate software hate content for profit, as shown in image 4. Number 1, prior to this year's April 1st Giga Train going live, I made the announcement that I would be receiving 0% of the profits. Of the profits from the train, 50% would be going to the moderation team and 50% would be given to the ferret rescue. This announcement was made on March 29th, 2025, so the community was well informed of this. You can find this attached as image 1. The total income from the Giga Train was $75,000, rounded up to the nearest thousand.
Can I just say, I really don't need pirate software to like name like the actual like name of the images. Just say you can find this in image 1. Don't just put an underscore and a 1 there. I don't know why. I just feel like he's doing that just to be facetious or something. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm stupid, but I just don't like. Am I weird for saying that? That I don't like that. I don't know. I might just be.
It could be hyperlinked. Which it doesn't show it on the screenshot, but I know in the Discord you can.
Oh, is it?
That's where you can hyperlink it, so that could be the reason why.
That's fair. Razor, thank you for the raid. Welcome. False representation, manipulating the viewers, sock puppeting for views is like plant amongst the crowd for shim
Thank
shaz.
you, user, for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah.
This means that half the train was $37,500, and that amount was then split 15 ways to all the staff besides myself. This means each staff
Thank
member
you,
received
user, for the follow.
$2,500. This was announced to the community on April 9th, 2025. You can find this attached as image_2. Kronos threw 75,000 bits, 100 tier 1 subs, and 40 tier 3 subs during the Giga Train at around level.
By the way, if you have that much money to throw
Thank
at
you,
one
user, for
content
the
creator, that's a lot of money. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because if you want to give me that much money, I don't mind. I just... I don't know. It's just, that's a lot of money to give to a content creator, you know? Thank you so much for the raid. I would write it that way if it was a file. I would just say, look at the first image that I attached. I don't know. That might just be me, though. Again, if it's a hyperlink, that makes sense. Fair enough. But I just look at it, I'm like, why are you just writing it out individually, the name of the images? That just...
Yeah. Well, and someone pointed out, it's like, it's usually blue. Well, it depends on your format on your Discord, because I got mine set up to where it doesn't highlight unless you put your cursor over it, so.
Kronos must be making bank. I have no idea what he's making. Again, he's a friend, I'm pretty sure. That's part of the thing. Is like, typically your friends are some of your first mods, so.
Yeah, Kronos is like top mod.
Something like that. I don't know.
No joke. I did my first mods, or at least my first like serious mods were like, you know, kind of just random audience members.
I think everyone gets starts off at that point.
I
I've never even done an application. I just walk up to a guy. I'm just like, hey, you're consistently in the streams. You wanna be given the ban hammer?
You're consistent.
Do you want this wrench?
You don't seem like you're a bad person. Please don't abuse it. 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
6 6. That is I don't want to eat it. Give me a square house.
Anyway.
No, only round.
Anyway, we're gonna.
I'd totally get a roundhouse.
We're gonna continue.
60 plus. He bought all of these in Great British Pounds, I think, which came out to 2,085 pounds or $2,815 after conversions. You can find these transactions attached as image 3. And he continues on number 4. Further, subs are not a one-to-one conversion, and neither are bits. Subs come out to about 68% of the overall contribution coming through, and bits normally are 82% when purchased in USD. However, doing this through GBP makes the conversion much worse. This means you're spending 295 pounds or $399 to get $250 in bits, which is a 62% conversion rate. So
What Pirate Software, by the way, I'm just going to tell you guys what Pirate Software is saying. What Pirate Software is saying, no, Kronos didn't do this, and he is deeply disincentivized to do this because he is losing a lot of money in order to do this. And the money that he would have made, the money that he made back from contributing to this, meant that he spent at least $400 or $500 of his own money. It's just like, okay, I don't really care. You know, I think that I think the hype train thing is like an overhyped thing. Personally, I feel like it doesn't matter that much.
It's bragging rights.
So what are we currently talking about right now? I know that we're talking about Thor.
We're talking about he accused Quinthio of doxing, and has also we're going through Thor's response to the TOS the alleged TOS violation thing. That really, in my personal opinion, is just a nothing burger.
So is converting currencies on Twitch considered a TOS violation?
No. So the issue is everybody is alleging that because Thor talked with one of his head mods about one of the head mods choosing to give him a whole bunch of tier 1 subs and bits and shit, people are saying that that's against TOS. And some people say yes, some people say no. I'm in the camp of I really don't know, but I also really don't care. And
it sounds petty.
At this point, anything having to do with Pirate Software, people are going to find anything to poke at him, basically. Isn't that ignoring the allegation that Thor paid him back? Thor did pay him back, but the dude still spent a lot of his own money. Hello, Razor.
Hello. I figured I'd pop in.
Welcome. So,
Hi, Razor.
Brain. So yes, technically he did get paid back, but he lost money still, basically. Because, like, if he had made bank off of this, then you could have probably a different story. But for the most part, the guy lost money on this transaction, basically. I gotta go. All right, you have a good one.
So what?
Bye-bye.
What's the transaction? What was the plan here?
The guy wanted to support pirate software. It's as simple as the guy wanted to support pirate software. That's it. And
Alright.
people are trying to make it more than it is. It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't really care. At this point, like, after thinking about it, I was like, I really just don't give a shit.
When somebody becomes a lolcow, it's very common for people to kind of just start looking for every single conceivable reason to just, hate on them, even if it's something so petty where we're just gonna walk away and be like, dude, why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much what this is. And it's like, look, the end of the day is he wanted to keep the train going. The train was about over. There was a message between him and someone else to keep the train going. Money was given. It's like that in itself, as long as it's legitimate money, because here's the thing, the bits and stuff like that are all internal on Twitch anyway. So as long as it's legitimate money and it's being put in, it's not against TOS. Now, if it was like laundering or something like that, that's a completely different story, but that's not what this was.
No.
It was just ego.
So he was basically trying to use this to keep a hype train going as long as possible.
That's pretty much. And there's a lot more things you can go at Pirate for that has a lot more legitimacy to it than this petty bullshit.
Yep. Anyway, let's continue.
In total, Chrono spent $2,800 to add approximately $1,830 if we assume a generous 65% conversion, which means in total, Chrono spent $2,800 to add $1,800 to the value of the Gigatrain, which was then cut in half to $915 because half was given to the rescue, and split 15 ways to all staff members as $61. All staff are paid in USD and must convert to their own currency, which is another loss on top of this. Each conversion reduces the total income of any staff member that wishes to do this. TLDR, no, Kronos was not directed to do this. No, he was not compensated for this. Yes, he lost money doing this. No, the Twitch terms of service was not broken. No matter how many people try to claim otherwise, you now have the receipts and math to prove this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So now let's go over that real quick again. I'm just going to address a couple of things. Firstly, here he said recently he claimed that Kronos broke terms of service by giving bit/subs to the Gigatrain in April. Kronos used his own money to do this and can do what he likes with that money. And at the very end here, he's referencing the same thing. No, Kronos was not directed to do this, etc. No, the Twitch terms of service was not broken. Now, he doesn't at all refute any of the accusations that I had made, and I should say speculatory accusations, which I'll show you in a moment. And honestly, he doesn't need to address those because I put out 2 separate videos, one of which where I go through each point I made of possible Twitch terms of service breakages with an actual ex-Twitch employee who tells me I'm wrong in every single one of those ways.
Oh,
wow.
I didn't even see. Hold on, I'm kind of curious. Let me go back to his videos. Did he actually, like, let's see, spoke to a roommate, got caught, starting to spiral, excuse me, ridiculous. Okay, where'd you, I'm assuming it's probably this one, because, like, I don't know which one. Now to name your videos better, broski, but, like, maybe it's this one, but, like, oh no, that's him in fucking, Legal Mindset. But, like, yeah, like, if he talked to an ex-staff person who said, no, you're wrong, okay, then Pirate Software doesn't even have to reply to it.
That's what I'm talking about. Is like Twitch doesn't care as long as they get the money. It's like, oh, the fans were deceived or deceptive. Twitch doesn't care. They get the money. There is no terms of service rule to break it. It's like you can go and you can bitch about, oh, I was duped and deceived, or I don't like this. It's like, that's fine. Don't watch them. Unsubscribe. Unfollow. There you go. Woo.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's just funny that, because, like, I didn't even know this, but again, it's just like, oh, Pirate Software doesn't have to reply to this guy because, like, in the grand scheme of things, Pirate Software has millions of followers. This guy got, like, on some of his last videos, like, I mean, he is getting a decent chunk of views. Wow, that one got almost 1 million views. Just wish he would fucking make his thumbnails better.
I will give the guy credit, and this is more credit than what any of the other people get. He corrects himself.
Yeah, he's correcting himself right now, and that's awesome. Takes L's gracefully.
Knowing when to take the L is an important thing.
Oh yeah.
He's not correcting himself now. He is stating, yeah, no, I have already corrected myself.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Wait, what?
Yeah, he made 2 videos. He said he made 2 videos addressing these, and yes, he was wrong.
That makes me like him more. Makes me like him more. Anyway, let's continue.
So here's where that segment starts, where I start addressing each of the terms.
Okay, so it is in this one where it's like pirate software got caught. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me. All right, let's so this one. So in this one, this is the one that where he made. I'm assuming this is the first one, and then maybe this is the second one here. I have no idea. Let's see here. Let's see here.
Service things I was pointing out, and I'm just going to show you a few clips from her responses and then me reacting to that. Even with that kind of like thought process, that doesn't change the fact that at a fundamental level on the Twitch service, it was not a direct exchange for finances.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, that's the way that Twitch should enforce it, but that's not how this is written.
Okay.
That's the massive thing about the terms of service. These are the things that I was constantly fighting while I was at the community, because they need to be more explicit about this. Because yes, they are making these bits donations in lieu of a payout later on. Like, they know they're going to get paid back. They didn't send 10,000 bits for an Apple gift card.
That's all this is planned to cover.
It is seriously messed up.
Okay, totally fair. So in my head, when I see viewership inflation, that for me also at that time included a hype train's level, because you would assume the assumption is those are the viewers that are donating in, and that isn't the moderators, that isn't, you know, working together to do that.
I wish. Part of viewership tampering is anything that can play into your stream analytics. So we're talking things like chat activity. Like, that is another metric that can be tampered with.
Is revenue from donations not considered?
No, because it's not viewership.
Interesting.
That's straight revenue.
Misrepresenting the source, identity, or content of information transmitted via the Twitch services. You misrepresented. He faked being somebody else.
Yeah, and sadly, this tends to only work the opposite direction. So lying upward is what you get in trouble for. Lying downward, you do not get in trouble for. And they see that as trying to protect your real identity. So it's
interesting.
Not hiding who you are.
Becoming gay for the milk.
I'm a moderator and I can't let people know I'm a moderator. They see that as, yes, you want to not have people know that you're a moderator.
So those were clips showcasing each separate point that I had made originally when I was speculating and saying, hey, we're waiting to hear back from someone who we reached out to that worked at Twitch. And on top of that, this is how I ended our interview. And I mean this. Thank you. Because these are corrections to the arguments that I made. But more than that, it's very good to know that, like, a bit of an understanding of the intentions of these TOS guidelines as opposed to how I interpreted them based on the situation. It's cool to know that that's where they're coming from, and it makes more sense given the context. So to my complete and utter dismay, I would...
Yeah, okay. Actually learning that, okay, I would say that he has done a greater service, because now he's actually got somebody that can explain the terms of service. Dude, I actually want to talk to this woman about terms of service stuff myself. Now I'm just like, can you tell me, like, why X, Y, and Z doesn't happen?
Also, everyone, give this man a sub.
Yeah, it's sub to the here, chat. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna share this video. We're gonna throw it in the chat, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out the question mark there, because you don't actually need the question mark in that video bit there. So I'm gonna share that chat. Go sub to this man. Watch the video on your own time if you want to, so that you don't have to listen to all of us yapping about it. But this man deserves a sub. All right. Again, I don't like the thumbnails. That's the only thing I really don't like about this man's videos. Otherwise, this guy is, like, really good at what he does, and I think that he's rising in the ranks in terms of actually making good content. I wish I could make content to his quality as fast as he does. That's how good he is.
And spice it out a little bit.
Yeah, I would say he probably should space it out, but, you know, I like his stuff. I actually tried to follow him on Twitter, but I didn't see he had a Twitter account. So, never mind, he does have a... Well, maybe he does. He does have a Twitter account.
It would be nice to be able to have a more definitive idea on how TOS works on most platforms.
That's for damn sure.
Well, that's what they get you.
They need to freaking have some kind of and I know the reason why. It's because they don't want it to be defined, because they don't want you to know what you can and can't do on a platform.
Yeah, because then people... That is the only thing Yigo got right with an interview with Dan. One of the only things is, yes, it allows people to skirt that line and boundary.
Interesting. Anyway, let's continue.
was wrong about every single Twitch terms of service. Where I thought it could be broken, it ends up being that the reason that those were written the way that they were was for a completely different reason. And honestly, I kind of expected that I'd at least be wrong on a couple of them, but you know, maybe I guess not all of them. But it's good to know why these terms of service were written the way they were. Moreover, why there probably isn't going to be any consequences sent Pirate's way from Twitch. I think that that was ample enough proof that I for sure clarified that I was wrong about those specs.
I agree. This is, dude, I fucking wish that there are so many content creators that make shit content, make bad videos and get shit wrong. And I wish that I saw more people come out and say, by the way, I was wrong about this. I'd like to correct the record. Dude, and I will echo the same sentiment. If I get anything wrong about the Cinder video, if people come out and very quickly can say, no, you're wrong about this, I will make a follow-up and say I was wrong about this, but still X, Y, or Z. Bro, I love that. Okay, that sounds very gay. I'm sorry. I love that this guy is able to do this.
Stop creaming yourself, Occo.
Take the L, okay? People need to take the L more often.
I agree.
Also, I like this guy's milkman cosplay too, okay?
I
like
agree.
his milkman. It reminds me very much of my father.
It kind of looks like a hitman disguise.
It does.
Regulations and made it pretty damn clear. But not only that, I also clarified that in the video that I covered with Legal Mindset. Really quick, just wanted to show you how I prefaced this part in the original video. Pirate Software just got caught. This is where I bring up the potential terms of service breakage. This is what I say. Now let's talk about that Twitch terms of service and if this
We'll
is
say you probably should balance your audio when you're replaying other videos because it is a little bit lower when you replay this one.
Reaching that terms of service. Now, this hinges on the hypothesis that Kronos is getting paid back by Pirate through these bit donations that he did. And again, reached out to see if someone from Twitch can actually better clarify if any terms of service were broken. So at this moment, this is all just speculation and I don't have any other confirmation. Now you can call me whatever you'd like. You can call me a milkman. You can call me a drama farmer. I don't really care. But if you want to say that I was fully claiming that you broke Twitch terms of service and was acting like that was a fact, I'd love to see that proof. But also, here's that Legal Mindset clip. This isn't, I'm not trying to ask you to speculate, but it's very interesting to see the fact that this isn't. So coming from, and you haven't seen it, so I'm not expecting you to know about it, but the essential understanding about the terms of service and why they're written as they were was to protect and mitigate from like direct examples of fraud. So for instance, that exchange of bits for real currency that we were kind of talking about, it's not even the idea that Kronos understood that he might be receiving a payment back. It's just, did you donate the bits to receive an Apple gift card? Like that, like that's the bare bones, you know, is this a you know, almost like a telecom scam kind of thing and protecting themselves from that. So I think it's fair to say, yeah, I made it very clear. As a matter of fact, I was clarifying to Legal Mindset about what the Twitch terms of service meant per my, you know, learning from the ex-Twitch employee to make sure that we were on the same page. Going back to Pirate's announcement, he says, prior to this year's April 1st Gigatrain going live, I made the announcement that I would be receiving 0% of the profits. So all of these messages here, this announcement was made on March 29th. So 2 days before the hype train went live. And he's saying the community was well informed with this. Very interesting. Now, the funny thing about that is that's the message that I was showing Legal Mindset in this video. Here's that message right here. I show them this information. A large point of my video was showcasing that info of you making that announcement. We were showing that to showcase that, yeah, Kronos had incentive to raise a lot of money. On top of that, I made a point in this video to say, hey, if he just started with this and said, hey, this was this public announcement, people knew, and it was made clear even in the VOD that we looked at together, I wouldn't have made that video with Legal Mindset, but he didn't do that. Instead, he just backed up and said, Kronos can do what he wants with his own money. He's a grown man. If he wants to give money back to his boss immediately after receiving a paycheck, that's totally fine, and I don't see anything scummy or strange or shady with the fact that my moderator on an alternate account was donating and was just full on in that same TTS. Like, what's weird about that? But again, just check out this video and you will get truly all the information that he's pointing out, as well as the other stuff that I tackle with Legal Mindset, where we go into talking about the Federal Trade Commission and deceptive business practices and how Kronos, by keeping the train alive in the DMs, was potentially doing something of that nature. Now you can see down here at the bottom of his message, those are the receipts in the bottom left, the announcement I just showed you in the top left, and then him talking about the 75,000 from the Giga Train. And then the bottom right is just a screenshot of
I personally kind of want to listen to that as well because federal law is, even if it might not break TOS, I do want to listen to the speculation on federal law as well because that would be an interesting one to. That one would be interesting in my personal opinion.
My channel, which has kind of gone around a bit.
Huh?
Hey, Jazz. Hi, Jazz.
Hi, dudes.
Hi.
What's going on?
I gotta move you around.
Oh, no worries. Man, everybody in here tonight. Yo, Akko.
Yeah.
We're watching the milkman.
Okay, you're gonna be proud of me, Akko.
Oh dear, what'd you do?
I farmed out 5 fucking prime frames last week.
Oh, congratulations.
And 1 normal frame.
Which one, Araxia?
Titania.
Oh, fair enough. That one is not fun to farm out, so.
I just bought Araxia.
Rex, she's not hard though. She's so easy to do.
Right, but she's easy but far away.
If you have that area unlocked, remember I'm like way behind everybody else. I just started the new war. Well, actually no, I didn't even do that because I have to buy the stupid fucking robot or whatever. The what do you call it? The God damn it.
I can't remember.
Necrolich or some shit.
Oh yeah. Necromech.
That's the one. Yeah, I have to apparently get that thing going, which like people are saying just fucking buy it because apparently farming it's a massive pain.
It's actually easier to farm now than it used to be.
It is way easier
and it's
now.
not required anymore, actually.
It's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, sick. I guess I'll just go ahead and jump into the new war soon then.
If you can, I would, yeah.
Wait, when's the new content due out? Did they already have a release?
Probably December.
December. Okay, I got plenty of time to catch up then. I mean,
there'll be something in probably.
Also, hi chat. Good to see you guys. Hi. You doing?
Probably September, October, and then December.
Very cool. Very cool.
Anyway,
reminds me, though, I did. Oh, sorry.
I'm
gonna be farming in the background over here.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Now, as for me being a pirate software hate channel, anybody can just look at the titles and thumbnails of my videos, and because of that, I've shown up on Asmongold streams. I've shown up on Tectone, on YouTube Reddit, on YouTube Drama. ToS just made a video also talking about what I'm sharing today. And if you just look at the titles and thumbnails, I don't blame you. I look like every other drama slop tuber that's out there. I've just
thank God he acknowledges it. Thank God.
You know what?
Thank God.
Real. He's real.
You know what? I now want a hat that says Chocolate Milk Man.
Chocolate Milk Man.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Quinthio, for the sub.
Maybe we should get this for Akko.
Give me a second.
That might be.
You know what?
Listen.
Actually, it might fit Akko better.
All I'm gonna say is, you know what? Listen. I really love it when people are a little bit self-aware and they're like, you know what? I get it. I understand. It's like I dream for the day when we have people that actually like are willing to be this humble and say, yeah, there's room for improvement, or yeah, not everything's perfect. I like this.
Dude, he's hit every criticism.
It's nice to hear somebody actually just be honest about things for once, and not freaking save their freaking image constantly. They're
I agree.
More often than not, non-existent image.
It's so hard to find people that are actually just like willing to say, yeah, I fucked up. Like it's just refreshing.
Well, I just find it funny because every criticism that we've put forth before the start of the video, he's already addressed and put to bed, and it's like, fuck.
No, yeah, I was just like, solo stakes. Thanks, appreciate it. Look, oh yeah, like listen.
Fun, it's not fun. Fucking hell.
Like I've said, I think that I do appreciate a lot of your stuff. The only thing is just like thumbnails. I obviously have a higher standard of what I like in thumbnails, but you know what? It's whatever. I'm happy to call in.
Oh boy.
We'll see. I might be here. We might be here all night. If I didn't work tomorrow, probably. But right now, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I might talk to you later though, because I don't know. I just do like I don't know. I like videos. Anyway, let's continue. Chat sub to Quinthio here. Let me put the link in there again.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Get rid of that question mark featured BS. There's the video. Subscribe to Quinthio. I like this guy's stuff. Again, like there's slop channels, and then there's guys that actually like put information in there, and I do like Quinthio because of that. Like because I do actually like that he puts way more into it than I see a lot of other people do. So. And he admits when he's wrong. That's so fucking rare. I can't push that enough. I never see content creators say, I'm wrong. Ever.
You know another phrase I wish more people said? I'm a tourist.
Oh, no.
I'm a tourist.
We're going to move on, but like, no.
I actually might I might pop out. I thought I could go for another hour, but I am just
fading.
You had a hell of a stream. You go.
Hey, take care of yourself, buddy.
You have a good night.
Oh, I found
sorry about that. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Peace. Have a good night.
Have fun.
Thank you. See ya.
No one ever says that? No, I agree. No one does ever say that. Again, there's so many YouTubers and streamers just in general where I'm just like, you're almost there, but you don't say, I'm sorry, I got something wrong. Like, so few people do that. And it's just... That's the one part that irks me about a lot of people, is that they're just not willing to say, I'm sorry, I got this part wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a autistic circle if I don't continue. So let's just continue.
Happen to have been posting just about every single day. Now, the reason for that is not because I have some deep-rooted hate for pirate software. It's because I believe that every time there's an update, there's an audience that is interested to hear about that update, and there's enough in it that I can make a full-length video going into it. As a matter of fact, if you go on Twitter or these Reddit threads and you find one of these posts talking about my videos or screenshotting them, there's a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, I know the thumbnails are bad, I know the titles are bad, but if you actually watch the content, it's incredibly useful. He's not rehashing things, he's actually being very objective, he's giving credit to...
And I agree with that, by the way. Again, there's a lot of slap channels where they will just take one tweet or one screenshot or just a small clip and they will fucking make 10 minutes out of it, and it's just like, broski, you wasted my life and my time. I'm at my job and I can listen to you, so obviously I'm being productive, but can you at least include some more substance other than just, man, this is really interesting, here's 10 minutes talking about how this one screenshot is really important. It's just, I hate people that do that.
It's like people with some lol cows, you know?
Oak tree, not a pine
They're
tree.
just squeezing as many seconds out as possible.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just like, I don't like it when people just like take one screen. And I know a lot of more and more people are doing that. And it's just like, please.
Easy content, easy money.
I don't even know if 10 minutes is even the meta anymore.
I think it's 8 now.
Something like that.
It's 8 minutes. Okay.
Sly, oh wow, Sly Maverick, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I can't wait.
I am gonna have to mute the Streamlabs alerts so it does not go off, because it will go off.
I can't
But
wait
thank
for the
you.
day when the meta is like 5 seconds or something like that.
Oh, you're thinking of shorts.
I'm very happy the shorts is on the decline now.
I agree.
Well, we got Lore Master in chat stating he's a childhood friend of Jason.
Oh, I've talked with Lore Master before. He's given me...
Okay.
Yes, I have talked with him before. I've been able to verify. He gave me some information behind the scenes. He told me that Jason was working on a website for him, and Jason... I'd have to open up the DMs again, but basically, like, there was some issues with Jason actually working on that website, basically. So yes, I can, based off of what he told me, I'm willing to believe that Jason was supposed to work with him on a website, and there were issues with that website. So yes, Lore Master is a pretty cool guy. I actually appreciate talking to him on occasion. So
cool.
He's a cool dude.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, let's continue.
Pirate where it's due. But yeah, a good chunk of my content is going and looking at the behavior or actions that pirate software has been taking and being critical about it, because there's things to be critical about. Matter of fact, we had to freeze the pirate software drama thread on our Discord for a little bit because people were being shitty for no reason. And I addressed...
Oh, that's really good. That's nice. That's good. I mean, okay, listen. I would have to know what being shitty means. I would have to know what being shitty means, but I know that feeling, especially when you have a forum. That's why I need more mods, but I know exactly how that feels. So I'm glad that he's addressing that. So
in this message, I just want to read a few excerpts here. So we had to pause the drama thread and make some adjustments, as we have about 3x the people we had just a week and a half ago. The moderators we have here have, for the most part, not had to deal with this kind of workload in truly over a year. I wasn't...
Okay, I have to ask really quickly. This is nothing to do with pirate software. Why is one of the emojis? Because this is like your most common used emojis. Why is one of the most common used emojis pregnant man?
What the hell?
Okay.
What?
All right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
What do you mean devil's advocate?
All right.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Pregnant man
Do it.
emoji goes hard.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It just God damn it, Shiro.
All right, we're not going to say anything and just continue.
available is we had some shit happen
God
earlier this
damn it,
morning.
you.
I apologize for this and sorry for needing to restrict the channel momentarily while we sorted that out and I was caught up on the events. Again, I'm sorry for mistakes made by the mod team and that we had to resort to freezing discussion. Don't plan to ever have to do this again as I really value the useful discussion and information gathering you guys have helped a lot with. I really love the community we're cultivating. I want to keep that going. And so I go on talking about, hey, you know, if a mod is telling you to do something or to stop doing something, you stop doing it because people weren't being respectful of our moderators. I then talk about separating our mega drama threads, so information, which is now a bit slower, and this one that has memes so that people can kind of lay back and just shoot the shit and they can talk about
That's good.
that they have.
As you grow a community, I like that. You got to separate the memes from the drama, and I like that. You know, I wish more people also took control of their Discord servers as well.
Or just any other surrounding information. And then specifically down here, I say, I want to reiterate that although, for example, with the Pirate software drama, there has been actions Pirate has taken that people hate, this is not a hate Discord server. You can disagree and criticize the actions without being hateful 24/7. As for my videos, I'm going to agree with the guy where it makes sense, and mainly just do my best to give you all the info. If you choose to hate the guy, go for it, completely your decision. But on this server, try to keep the shitting on someone constantly to a minimum, outside of them, of course, doing something worth shitting on. Also, don't go hopping in his stream to say crazy shit or fuck with him or his fans. It just isn't.
I agree. No harassment allowed. Don't go harass Pirate Software. If you don't like the guy, you can rant in the chats. That's not his. Rant in the chats where people are actually talking about it.
If you don't like him, it's simple. Block him and move on.
Exactly. Unless
it's easy enough. Mention him once, he'll block you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. And I'm not reading that chat. I'm not reading that.
Worth it. Don't harass any of the people I cover. That's lame. Let their actions speak for themselves. And if you really don't like the person, especially an online figure like Pirate, just don't engage. Not watching is infinitely better than giving them free engagement by leaving a message.
Amen.
And then down here, you guys can see that I have this edited. Let me hover over that timestamp. So this was the same day that this was posted, July 22nd, 3:04 p.m. I corrected it at 3:18 to change because we changed the names of the channels. Originally, the two channels were named Main and Discussion, and that was a bit confusing, so we changed them to Info and Memes. Those were the edits. Now, just really
Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of saying that because some people are like, oh, why did you edit it?
quick, Kronos, if you wouldn't mind, if you could just send me a screenshot of that timestamp you can hover over like I just did to show me when you edited those previous messages that you sent me to get more context about your guys' messages. I could be wrong.
Jeez. I guess Kronos said that he edited it. That's crazy. I didn't even hear that. That's funny. Wish Jason had gone back to who he was before he lurked in the worst places. Loremaster, I might need to interview you. I don't know. That sounds crazy. Sounds like you got a lot about him. But oh gosh, damn it, chat. You're getting way too degenerate in here. All right.
But it looks like you unfriended me on Discord, so I'm just hoping, you know, if you don't want to do it through that, just at me on Twitter, you know, any way that you can get it in front of my eyes. Would really appreciate it and could clarify a bit more for you. But now let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the stuff you came for. Pirate Software directly accused me, my moderation team, and community. I'm going to start this off by reading through all of his messages, and then I'll show you guys the screenshots that he sent in as well, and then we'll go into this. Now for the 1-2 punch against this, or sorry. Now for the 1-2 punch against this bullshit. Discord is people actively doxing me. His moderation team is aware.
He tried imitating Pirate Software's.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that is a crack. Yeah, at the voice. So I kind of figured that. God damn.
And Timber.
Now let me trust. Now for the 1-2 punch against the bullshit. See, I can do it too sometimes, chat.
No. Time out. No. Legitimately. Next video you do, Crenfield, you need to get a giant spoon. That way you can say your spoon's bigger than his.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
My spoon is too big, meme, or...
Of this,
no,
encouraging
it. Sorry.
No,
there's a meme of Pirate. There's a meme of Pirate. He has a gigantic ass spoon. He's shown it a couple times on stream. Just get a bigger spoon and go, "Here you go, Pirate. My spoon's bigger than yours."
Oh, fuck, that's great.
As shown in the images. They've also been digging into Shay and her job as a secondary attack vector. In image 1, Shelf-related, who is a mod, asks for doxing info directly. We forwarded all of this to Discord Trust and Safety as a result. We've also banned all of the users that were taking part of this from our Discord. Screenshots below with the images blocked out. Now he's directly addressing me here, and I'll show why. It's because I was putting messages out in my Discord at the same time that he was doing this on his, because I was getting screenshots sent, and he says, "No, Quinthio, my address is not public information, and your users are distributing it on your Discord while the mods encourage it. They didn't just go after me and Shay either. They went after our moderation team too, as shown here. You cannot bullshit this away. Leave me and my team the fuck alone." Very intense accusations that my community was doxing pirate software in my Discord and that my mods were actively encouraging it. Jeez, it would be a shame if every point that he made here had ample screenshots and evidence to show the direct opposite. That would be a bummer, wouldn't it? Well, for somebody. So this is the first screenshot that he sent in. And so Amplifox here says, fuck, I can't even redact everything except the quote because just searching it on Google leads directly to it, lol. And so here's Steampunk Ollie in my Discord says, so it's a publicly available document. Amplifox.
I'm assuming that they're talking about his address, which, again, we already talked about this earlier in the stream, because he decided to include it in some certain tax documents. Yes, it is a publicly available address. That's what makes pirate software so retarded.
Says yes. Ollie's response that anyone
Among
could
other
find,
things,
and
I'm
then
sure.
Nico Zero responded here, consider sending this privately to a mod if you're that concerned. And Amplifox says, but it includes info on Shay's job, which I don't like linking to. Following below that, someone responding says, tell the keywords we do the searching, that's fine as well. And then Shelf down here at the bottom says, send it specifically to me so I can get the tea earlier than everyone. Now what I've decided to do is I jumped back a little bit further behind the screenshot that Pirate Software showed in his video to show you guys a bit more context and what the community was thinking about when this information was coming out. So that same person, they've changed their name, but this is that same profile picture. They're saying, I'm seeing something saying the ferret rescue was formed in 2019, but the stream didn't start until 2023. Is this known? A little bit of further context, they were going into the fact that the ferret
Talk about Shay's place of work. Okay. Okay, good to know, good to know.
rescue that Pirate Software has isn't listed under as a 501c, or it's not registered, something along those lines. Again, I'm not super sure. I haven't done a deep dive into it myself, so take that with a grain of salt, but that's what they were going into detail about, and that's what included Shay, since Shay is a part of the team taking care of those ferrets at the rescue. I believe she's an employee for it. But that same person says, the source is a bit too much of a dox for me to feel comfortable linking, but it would be information from Shay. Ollie responds, do you mean information Shay has given you or that has been found by someone else? What's the significance of the 4-year gap? They respond, information given to a third party by Shay and released as a sort of mini bio. Ollie says, okay, what if any significance is there? They say the time frame of the creation of the ferret rescue, and they said, yeah, but what are we thinking the 4-year gap means? They say, wasn't someone paying to see registration of rescues, so to give them a timeline to look for? Wasn't the idea that it was founded recently the reason they believe it wasn't in their list? I don't exactly know what this message is, so they continue down, and Ollie says, so I'd suggest if you think it's genuinely valuable information, it should go in the main thread, and I think if you're trying to provide useful information, context is important. So Ollie says, I think most of us here had no idea what you were trying to indicate with what you were saying. And then this person here also said, also side note, why are we still fixated on someone who isn't a part of the drama other than being a ferret herder / PS girlfriend or whatever, especially if you're getting into doxing territory? 4 people gave that an upvote there. And then another community member here says, if you're that worried about posting your info for fear of potential doxing, it's probably not worth it, mate. Editor Connor here just wanted to provide a side note and also show you that, yeah, we are still taking this seriously. Nico Zero and Steampunk Ollie have actually been brought on as mods as well, because they've showcased and gone above and beyond and have been very vocal about making sure that people aren't sending dox information, or even if they believe it's going to be.
That is good. That is good. I agree. Yeah.
Well, I do have kind of a question for Cornfield, whatever he wants to answer or not. And it just might be the way his Discord set up, but it's like, usually white usernames means users not in the Discord no more, so...
It could also be that the role is not
yeah, that's why it's preface, I don't know the way his Discord set up.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago that the way that you should set your Discord up is that you have a role that is basically for that supersedes the everyone role, that basically is just a way to keep people who do not have roles from accessing the server, to require people to accept the rules.
Ollie has left the server. Okay. So they aren't in the server.
Question. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Ollie got kicked as a
You
joke.
got kicked as a joke and wasn't able to rejoin. Oh, that's awful.
Oh no.
Ah, the monsters.
F's in chat for Ollie.
F in the chat for Ollie.
Yes.
We're gonna have a funeral. We're gonna have a funeral on Monday.
Oh.
Gone before its time.
Yeah.
Yep.
nature. These guys did an
Unfortunately, I
excellent
worked that
job
day,
at,
so.
No, that's fair enough.
you know, being on top
I
of that.
won't
We
be
really
able to
appreciate
be
it, and we
there.
think that they'd be a great help to us. Just wanted to throw that in there, let you guys know. Sorry for the context interruption, but back to the video. And then someone else here said, pretty sure he said he wasn't posting the info at all to begin with, so it wasn't ever getting posted. And you can see here the community itself is going, okay, but let's keep it level here. We don't like doxing. Nico here says, right, so why even mention it? If it's that hot and from what he's told us, very little value, it seems high risk, low reward for me. And they reply back themselves, the info itself isn't bad, just the source is too much to justify what little would be gleaned from it. Basically, that there has been a claim from Shay that they started the rescue in 2019. And then Ollie, here again, I'm not trying to be a dick to you, by the way. My point is just that giving unspecific information with no context just opens things up for misinterpretation and adding confusion. So general advice, if you think it's of value, be clear and specific so people can understand and follow up. And they said, I don't know, guess I just wanted to put out what I thought had any value, then table the source. And so again, they continued asking, what do you think the value is? None. And then Nico again here saying, don't post links that may dox, as Amplifox has alluded to. And even someone here saying, do you have any links to that source, talking to them? And so this person sarcastically back, lol, what? He said he won't post because it might be a dox. So please post the dox so we can verify. And then this is where we get into what was screenshotted. So it's a publicly available document. Yes, that anyone could find. Continuing on. And so the message here was deleted. It was deleted by the individual that posted it. That was not.
No. Now I just realizing how long the video was and what time it is.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. If you need to go to bed, that's completely fine. I don't mind whatsoever.
I am hyped up on gamer subs and V8s. I'm up.
Oh God.
For a
Oh,
while.
fair enough. Fair enough.
He's got to be able to thread a sewing machine.
I'm just gonna say if your heart rate goes over over 80 BPM, you should probably see a doctor.
So the 150 I'm sitting at right now is not good. Got it.
Oh God.
I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. I'm not dying yet.
I was gonna say I'll go get Dylan.
Just remember, death comes for us all eventually. Live it up.
Take care of
Okay.
yourself while you can, though.
Okay.
Try
Listen.
and make it last a little bit. Also, neither here nor there, but Akko, how often does Gift of the Lotus happen again?
Whenever they have events in Warframe.
Sick.
Like every month when they do their what's it called? Every dev stream, basically. So anyway,
and there's not really another way to get those little things to upgrade your Warframe, right? The
No.
capacity things.
I mean, you can buy them from the
Well, yeah,
Nightwave
aside from
shop.
that, I mean.
Yeah, not really. No. I had a thought.
well,
I was basically gonna say, yeah, I do like that they're raining, and it's just like, hey, if this is, it doesn't matter if this is publicly available. Probably want to be very careful with the docs. I do think now. I don't have Discord's TOS on me right now, but I do think that Discord even gets on, even if it is publicly available. You gotta be very careful with docs information as well. You can't really go around sharing that, even if it is a Google search away. And
Of course.
and because it can still get you banned from Discord. I think.
I have had situations where I decided to delete a person's post when they said where they were from, just because I didn't want to risk anything there.
Yeah,
Probably for the best.
yeah.
But hey, it's fine. The internet's gonna have all of our personal information soon anyway, so whatever.
Oh no.
We're doing what we can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna throw this.
I'm
gonna throw this out real quick. Shiro, you kind of got some background noise coming through.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just letting you know. You can hear it every now and then. Just informing you.
That's
Damn
Okay.
it, Shiro! Can't believe you've done this.
It's okay. I just turn her down a little bit, and I'll turn her back up
I'm
when
sorry.
she speaks
Okay.
up.
No, I was just letting you know. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
It's fine.
She needs to be punished for this.
Yeah, I've been trying to
lasagna.
trying to keep it from. Yeah, but sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
Us? And then we have
Otherwise, we're never gonna finish.
here saying send it specifically to me so I can get the tea earlier than everyone. Then you're going to see him riffing with that person. Shelf about to get 300 pics in my butthole.
Okay, I did just say that we had to continue, but I hate that meme. I really hate that. That is.
Which one?
That emoji makes me unbelievably uncomfortable.
Oh Jesus!
We're gonna.
Have the words to describe.
We're just gonna continue.
Shelf is a jokester. He's a shitter. He says stupid stuff. Matter of fact, I even called him out a little bit like a week or two ago because our Discord went from like 500 members to 1,500. So there was a huge jump. And we had a conversation being like, hey, we can't always, just be shooting the shit or saying something like this because it can get taken out of context and misconstrued now, like it literally just has. Shelf is not a very serious person. And so him saying, send it specifically to me so I can get the tea earlier than everyone is very on par for the course. For example, here is Shelf saying, move on from the topic before I circumcise you next. Next up, another
That sounds like something my manager user would say. So I know that feeling. I'm trying to rein him in.
Time. Hey, I get you do have a little bit of justified hate against Pirate. Well, it's not cyberbullying someone because we're suspicious that they're a potential spy. That's my job. Next one here, how many spies do you have in Pirate's Discord? Exactly 12,102. Minus one just died. And then we have this one here. It was a gentleman here saying, I think I'm the bad guy. I made the video debunking the fridge video, etc., etc. And Shelf responded, yeah, it is your bad. I'll see you in the ban appeals. Also, everything you're seeing from my mod Shelf, all of these are 12 hours ahead. So if you're noticing the timestamps look a bit wonky, he's 12 hours ahead of my time here. So if you're seeing things like, oh, this happened on the same day, or this like somehow happened a day after Pirate said something or anything like that, that's how you know. If you're seeing screenshots with those timestamps, it's because I received them from Shelf or from.
He should. Here's the thing. I like that he's explaining it. He shouldn't have to explain it because a normal person can understand and agree that people can probably be in different time zones. But if you don't explain it, there are crazy people on the internet that will use it against you. So it's sad that he has to explain it, but I know why he's doing it, and I think he's doing a good job by explaining it. Period.
Other people in my Discord.
He's going above and beyond.
Yes, he is. Again, like I don't see very many people that do that, and again, that's why I like Quintheo and what he does.
Spoken with Shelf because I was getting a bit nervous about, him making jokes and how that could be taken out of context, because he does. He acts like a shithead. And that's just how he's been. He's been with me since literally a year ago now, and he's the longest standing mod that I've had in this community. But not just that, let me show you how Shelf, one of our moderators, reacted to.
He is literally like Rage. He is his oldest mod is literally like my Rage.
Seeing that information and talking about what is a potential dox. Now, I've been throwing around this word a lot, doxing, so I think it's best to continue this by first addressing and defining exactly what doxing is. So this is coming directly from Merriam-Webster, and this is dox, to publicly identify or publish private information about someone, especially as a form of punishment or revenge. With that being defined, I'm going to show you guys the messages between Shelf and this person. He's like...
There's a couple other definitions as well. The government only recognizes doxing as posting somebody's social security number. Some people consider it posting any form of private information. Some people will also consider information that is private in one place and public in the next to be republishing or another form of doxing. So unfortunately, there really is only one definition, and the one definition that is recognized by the government doesn't even count in like 90% of the cases that it counts. So unfortunately, there's just a lot of terms, and nobody really agrees on it.
And don't forget the stupid one of, linking a Twitter and a YouTube, even though they're together.
Yes, that can be, for some people, that can be considered doxing, even though I don't personally consider it doxing. But yeah, that's what some people do. I had a lawyer tell me to go off the definition from Merriam-Webster. Fair enough. If a lawyer told you that, fair enough. I would have to ask
I think we know what lawyer, but...
Probably. I'd have to ask my lawyer, who is also friends probably with the lawyer that told you that, but I would say that's probably pretty good. My point here is that, unfortunately, the term doxing is so different to so many different people that even if you define it one way, people could say that you're wrong or that it's not good enough, and that's just internet.
Yeah.
Oh, give me the tea. Yeah. Now, sometimes you're going to see these messages blocked by this, and that is Shelf just showcasing the timestamps of when he edited these messages, because we're not trying to make it seem like he went back and changed things to make himself look better. He's just showing when these were edited. I'm assuming it was typos, things like that. Again, take it for what it's worth, but he's just showcasing when he was editing these messages. So this is that intro message here. So they say, like I said, I don't know if there is much, but the 2019 claim seemed a little interesting because I've never seen it before. Obviously, doxing Shay's job is super scummy, so don't share it or I'll never send you butthole pics. Shelf says, yeah, better not. Sending this over will be getting us into really weird territories and might bring another JOP to harass people for more info. Now, this JOP that they're referring to is a guy that was on our Discord that was trying to push people to give him private information that other people might have had about pirate software. They go on to say, I found it because I was just looking into ferret rescues in Washington, and then they go to depth comparing this rescue to others, and I'll block it out.
Is it really that easy? I mean, granted, how many fucking ferret rescues exist in the world? I'll be honest, Jason is the first one that I've ever heard that actually does a rescue for ferrets. So how many ferret rescues can you find even in the United States? Maybe, I'm going to be honest, I'm willing to be surprised. But that's just...
Honestly, I was unaware that there was such a big issue with the ferrets. So the ferrets.
Well, they are
just chilling.
Illegal in California. I don't know if they are still, but they were at one point.
Like illegal to have one as a pet, or
Well, no, so where I live very specifically, we used to have a guy that would come into one of the stores, and he'd smuggle his ferret in,
why?
You good?
Because it was his pet.
His pet.
Huh.
Yeah, it
still
was just
illegal.
His pet, but it's still illegal. That's why he tried to basically act like he was smuggling it in.
Okay.
Because if he were to like admit that he had one to the wrong people, well, then you're losing your ferret.
I'm just kind of curious as to why a ferret specifically is like. Why is that the one thing that can't be a pet? In California.
You're asking the wrong person. California's California.
I don't really feel like that applies, but
it is the only state where fun is outlawed.
True.
Yes.
Well, and it is one of the only states that recognizes a bee as a fish.
What?
Okay, I feel like we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic here. We're getting off topic here. All I wanted to ask is just like, how common is there ferret rescues? Because like, yeah, if there's only really like 1 or 2 ferret rescues in the state of Washington, of course it's going to be really easy to find that information. So it's just like, yeah, you can get upset that somebody was able to look up that information, but broski, you're probably like one of 3 or 4 people that has a ferret rescue in the United States. Again, I'm willing to be proven wrong on this, but like still.
I just looked up. There's multiple ferret rescues.
Oh, there's multiple? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But like, again, legitimately, all I have to do is look up a listing for all of the ferret rescues in the United States, and you're probably on the list for one of the few that's in Washington. So fuck off. Like, you can get mad, but fuck off with getting like, oh my gosh, they uber doxed me. I don't know. Let's continue.
Just for the sake of doing it. And then Shelf says, I would like to ask about the relevance of looking into Shay's background, though. This is probably public information, but I would want to know if it's even appropriate to talk about. They responded back, kind of a rabbit hole stemming from trying to see if Jason's rescue is even a registered rescue. Continuing on, Shelf says, I see. I don't know if that is 100% relevant. Getting into really scary territories. I don't believe PS is a saint, but I feel like digging into this, I'm assuming he says digging into this in particular might land us in hot water. Shelf says, yeah, better keep this on the down low just in case some of this information is relevant. I know Shay is involved with PS, but unless I'm missing some information,
thank you for the raid.
Personal life should be digged into.
Thank you, Lord, for the raid. Welcome.
And she's not particularly involved with this subset of drama. This person then makes an allegation, which I can't confirm or anything like that, so I'm just gonna keep it blocked. Shelf responded, here's him showcasing the timestamp for when this was edited. Yeah, I think better not involve their information into the situation because blank probably comes off of being creepy, and we don't want people thinking this community will go on witch hunts to anyone involved closely with Pirate. They said everything I say has been generated by AI. I think that's like them trying to like cover their side or something, I don't know. And then Shelf says, gotcha. So in the case of Shelf related, I think I would consider that a very respectful exchange of conversation there and saying, yeah, this probably isn't a good idea to post since by their own admission, this was publicly doxing Shay's job. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you think that Shelf conducted himself in a proper way here? I would say so. So now we're getting back into the other screenshots.
I'd say he did all right. Again, like, doxing is just one of those things where you gotta be just like, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You gotta be very careful with it. You know, there's even instances where when I know somebody gets doxed, I won't even bring up that it's happened. Because if you bring it up, it has Streisand effect basically. So I don't know. I think that they did all right. So
yeah. Well, it's like address allegations right now. Okay, that's all I had to do. Bonus points. Showcase conversation before. Showcase conversation after. Showcase a private conversation. Showcased all edits and when they were made.
Yeah.
Also took precautions, even if it is publicly available information you just type in, even to this point, keeping it hidden in private.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say they did good. This came from an AI snippet. What?
Oh, no.
I don't know, Jason. You're kind of fucked if the AI from Google can bring that up. If that's how that came up, you kind of fucked, Jason.
That were included in that second part of Pirate Software's announcement talking about and alleging the doxing, and these are the other 3 as they're all relevant to the same person. So Jglow, that was in my Discord, said, nah, all you need is a weather map of the precipitation that day and the time he posted it online. Now, Pirate is
okay, that just sounds like 4chan bullshit.
I was gonna say that sounds like 4chan flag hunting.
Listen, chat. 4chan, if they really want to find you, will find you.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm gonna say.
Blocked these out. And then Jay says, see the rain, LMAO. And then he follows up, yes, also because there's a rock in the background of the one he posted. So here, Jglow is specifically talking about finding where Pirate Software lives. But what is he specifically talking about? Like, what is he referencing here with something about, precipitation and the time he posted it online? What is that? That's referencing a picture that Pirate Software himself posted. Editor Connor here, trying to give a bit more context. So the images that you're seeing here, I have censored the date of which they were posted because I'm trying to be respectful and not allowing, how Jglow described he found Pirate's address to be directly included in this video. But just so we're all clear, this wasn't like we pulled these out of an archive. These tweets are still fully public on Pirate Software's Twitter. The whole reason I'm making a point of that is it will be important later. But back to the video. What you're looking at right now is Pirate Software on his stream looking on his own Twitter to show people a tweet that he himself posted, which was a picture of his mailbox. I'm just going to play the clip for a bit so you can see what he's talking about, just give you a general understanding of what J-Glow is talking about here.
This is a federal crime. This is not just randomly backing up into it. It is not an accident. It is not at all. It got hit from multiple angles, multiple times. This is a federal crime. I charged it directly at all of the people that were involved, the company that was involved. I know everyone that was involved, and we have pictures of everything. So they can eat my whole ass. And Comcast sucks.
Here's another clip of him talking about it with different photos of his mailbox.
But no, they smashed the shit out of it. They smashed it in the front, they smashed it in the side, and they smashed...
Side note, I don't know. This is just some autistic information. This is just... this has nothing to do with the mailbox. I see an Amazon package in there. I hope the person that delivered it was a mailman and not an Amazon employee, because if not, that is also illegal. Amazon employees are not allowed to deliver packages into the mailbox because they do not have the legal right to touch the mailbox, because technically they are not federal employees. So I hope that is
not know that.
That is just a piece of information that I autistically know because I used to work for Amazon. Hopefully the person that put that in there was a mail worker.
I did not know that you had to be a mail worker.
So Thor might have got someone fired. Nice.
Oh.
Angles showing that it was intent. It was not just somebody backing up to it.
Oh, hello, Mizu. Welcome.
It is Mizu.
I just saw there was like 20 people in here.
Yes, we're making fun of Pirate Software. Or we're going over this Quinthio video. Right now we're talking about Pirate Software's mailbox, I guess. Sorry, I'm gonna rewind it about a minute because let's go back to the mailbox here, just because I want to kind of like re-enjoy it. Go to the mailbox. I am not going to share that, Lore Master, but thank you. And mostly just because I don't feel like that's public information either. But thank you.
Images that you're seeing here, I have censored the date of which they were posted because I'm trying to be respectful and not allowing, how J-Glow described he found Pirate's address to be directly included in this video. But just so we're all clear, this wasn't like we pulled these out of an archive. These tweets are still fully public on Pirate Software's Twitter. The whole reason I'm making a point of that is it will be important later. But back to the video. What you're looking at right now is Pirate Software on his stream looking on his own Twitter to...
Oh no, I listen, Lore Master, I already pretty much believed you when you said that you knew Thor, Pirate Software. I appreciate the book you gave me. I feel like that just further proves it for the most part. So thank you, I appreciate that.
To show people a tweet that he himself posted, which was a picture of his mailbox. I'm just going to play the clip for a bit so you can see what he's talking about, just give you a general understanding of what J-Glow is talking about here.
This is a federal crime. This is not just randomly backing up into it. It is not an accident. It is
I see. So he's blaming somebody from Comcast for doing that? Okay. Listen, I would need to see the security footage of this mailbox to see this mailbox getting run over, because I can tell you, depending on the vehicle, like if it's one of those big vehicles with the buckets in it, I could believe that was unintentional. All right? I could believe that. There have been people that have done worse shit and it's been unintentional with less. So I could believe that this is unintentional. I don't know, like, if it was actually proven, but yeah, I don't see how this is like intentional malice to destroy somebody's mailbox. You would have to like.
Even then, even if it was not intentional, it still is a crime.
No, it's yes, obviously it still is a crime, and if that happened, you should pay for the repair of the mailbox. One other thing that I know from my time working at Amazon, you destroy a mailbox, you don't run away, because that's technically a hit and run, and that can get you fired instantly, and you'll never work for Amazon in any capacity again. So yes, if you hit somebody's mailbox, you should like work to remedy it, because it is still your fault. But like, I don't like if he's saying that the hit and run, if it's a hit and run and they ran away, then yeah, I would say that is a crime. But like if he's just saying that they intentionally did it, I would need to see some more. He said he specifically placed the mailbox to mess with Comcast. Well, if he specifically said, I did this to mess with them, and then they did it, it's just like, okay. I don't like that. Sorry, you go ahead, Mizu.
Well, here's another thing, because he says it's like a federal offense. don't take this as go around destroying mailboxes because it's not. It's typically not a federal offense if somebody destroys like a personal mailbox. Like it says it, but if you actually read, there is a second section underneath where it's basically a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
What they're kind of looking for more is mail tampering, not necessarily the physical mailbox itself.
Uh-huh.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. And there's a possibility it could be a felony. But the law is trying to get at the idea of like tampering with somebody's mail to fuck with them.
Oh,
there's important
yes.
stuff that comes in the mail.
Yes, I would say that's probably more applicable. Also, I will say it is 4, and he gets things wrong all the time. So yeah, I would say that if he gets wrong about a lot of other stuff, he can definitely get it wrong on the law as well. Excuse me.
The destruction would be more of a local municipality than federal.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, it's not like it's weird that he's wrong, because most people think this. So I'm not like, oh, he's such an idiot. How could he not know that? No, most people kind of think that.
Yeah, all the Reddit stories where all those just silly, totally real Reddit stories think the exact same thing as well.
So what if you hit a mailbox and there's a bunch of mail in there and it goes flying all over the place? Does that count?
That would still be misdemeanor.
Again,
it would be seen more as an accident.
It depends. It depends on the intent and what can be proven and what the facts of it are. So.
Gotcha.
It's really difficult to prove intent in court.
Unless you have a video of it, but yeah. Anyway, we're not
Don't
getting.
destroy your neighbor's mailbox because you don't like him.
Are Amazon packages considered mail? Depends on who delivers it. If a mailman delivers it, yes, I think it is considered mail. If an Amazon employee delivers it, no, it's considered a package, and packages don't have the same things as protections. It doesn't have the same protections. Like if I deliver a package as an Amazon employee and then you steal it, it's still theft, but it's not like if you steal and use somebody's mail. Because that's a little bit different because of, again, who delivers it and who's carrying it. Although I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that if an Amazon delivery guy delivers your package rather than a postman, it's a little bit different in terms of the law. But no, yeah, it's not considered mail because we're not considered set apart by the federal state. Am I a package? I don't know.
I'm the whole package.
You're the whole package.
Oh God, I knew that was coming.
If you get sent through the mail, then yes, you are probably the package in that case. If a mailman handles you.
I need those.
We're not. By the way, chat. I'm telling you right now, we probably won't get through everything tonight because unfortunately I have to sleep in like an hour. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna extend it just a little bit further. Don't forget to like the stream, chat. By the way, fun fact for anybody that's new: liking the stream does actually push the stream further in the YouTube algorithm. So if you like the stream, it does tell YouTube that maybe it should show it to more people. So if you like the stream, it'd be a very much big help as well.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to send a super chat.
That too. Thank you so much.
Don't forget, you pays it, the bot says it.
Exactly.
Come on, dudes. One more like, and that's 50 likes. Come on, somebody.
Oh no, we're over 60.
Anybody? Oh wait. Oh, I can do refresh
the screen.
Yeah. Anyway, let's.
Okay, Jazz is just dyslexic.
Let's continue.
That is not what that is. What?
Let's continue.
It got hit from multiple angles, multiple times. This is a federal crime. I charged it directly at all of the people that were involved, the company that was involved. I know everyone that was involved, and we have pictures of everything. So they can eat my whole ass. And Comcast sucks.
Here's another clip of him talking about.
I think we can agree. Comcast sucks.
With different photos of his mailbox.
But no, they smashed the shit out of it. They smashed it in the front, they smashed it in the side, and they smashed it in the back. There are dents all over it from multiple angles, showing that it was intent. It was not just somebody backing up into it with their car. It was an intentional attack in the mailbox because they bitched about them,
Yeah.
So this is just like a side point. That doesn't. First off, that not only does that not prove intent, they could have hit it twice, both times on accident. But I don't know if you've ever realized this, but because of how those mailboxes are made, if it gets crumpled on one side, the whole thing kind of crumples because it's like squished together.
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
It's not going to gently dent on one side, and the rest of it's going to be perfectly okay. The rest of it's going to bend with it too because of how they're constructed.
It got backed into slowly because if they did hit it the way he's talking about. The post would have been broke.
Yeah. No, yeah. Seeing how it looks, my bet is it was hit here, and I can believe it was probably hit more than once. But my bet is it was hit here, and that like, yeah, there's a dent here because that's how that when something gets hit and it's a big aluminum metal can, yeah, that it's gonna break up a little bit like that. So, Jason, come on, man, you're an adult. You should know this shit. That's how physics work.
And like, I understand being upset about it, but you're like, okay, this company backed into my mailbox. It's a federal crime. I'm going to prosecute them to the full extent of the law.
Sounds like
it was
Karen.
clearly evil and intentional. And it's like, okay, calm down, bro.
He sounds like a full-on Karen.
I hear something like that, and I just think, show me the money. Like, seriously.
He can't do anything. All thing he can do is report it, and then they can decide if they're gonna do anything or not.
Yeah.
Like, just chill, bro. It's really not that deep. Like, it sucks. I get it. And everybody hates Comcast. But like,
yeah, everybody hates Comcast. Fuck Comcast.
Sure got Starlink.
Fuck Comcast in the chat, guys. Come on.
Breaking fire code in front of my house and blocking access to my property.
Oh, now he's saying breaking fire. Are you kidding me, bro? You're in a private domicile. We're just gonna continue. We're gonna continue.
Completely removed using, like, he said he ran like a script to delete all of his messages from the server. That wasn't us. And so I would show you guys the specific messages where those were the instances, those were the photos used, the mailbox images that Pirate Software himself publicly showed, not only on his stream, but publicly posted.
Yes, if you share, okay, I see never mind. I was like, why are we talking about this? I see it now. If you post pictures of your shit publicly, you cannot complain if it is reposted somewhere else. It does suck if somebody decides to post things that you then delete and you don't want posted somewhere else. But if you post it on the internet once, it's there forever and you can't get pissed off at it because people can take it and then do whatever they want with it. Fair use. So fuck off, Pirate Software.
typically, it's just better to not take pictures of stuff of your real life. But if you do, double and triple check it for like identifying information, for weird shit in the reflections. Like if you care about that stuff.
I am extremely careful about stuff like that because I know how dude, there was this one story of like people who like hunted down an idol using just the freaking
reflection in their eyes.
Yeah, and it's just like some of the most like, you know, there's some crazy people out there.
And you're gonna post a picture of your fucking mailbox and be like, I wonder how people found me.
Really quickly, Quinthio, thanks for stopping by in the comments today. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. I might hit you up to talk to you later because I did want to talk to you about some of this. But thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed your time. You're doing another interview. Oh, that's fun. I can't wait to see that. But yeah.
Busy.
Indeed. But yeah, thanks for coming by and sticking in the comments. Yeah. Anyway. He also says it's still on his Twitter. If it's still on his again, yeah, maybe it's shitty if somebody reposts this information, but if you put it out there, it's on to, like, I could have more of an argument if it's in a Discord server that a few people are in, but if it's in fucking public on Twitter, I don't give a shit. And you're just a whiny bitch baby at that point, Thor.
Well, if he shows like a before and after, and I bet he's stupid enough to show a before with the mailbox, it's like, there is such a thing as Google Lens, and there is such a thing as Google Maps, and the two are intertwined, and you can, just saying.
Oh, damn, okay, damn.
Now I'm assuming these two messages here specifically are containing those images, the See the Rain LMAO, or yes, also because there's a rock in the background of the one he posted. So number one, Pirate Software is censoring the images that he himself posted publicly to make it look like he is doing something incredibly malicious here by showing the photos. And he's making it seem like he's just sending straight up pictures of the dude's house with his mailbox out front, which is not true. But he did use Google Streets View and took a photo of, I'm assuming, based on Pirate's reaction, Pirate's mailbox. And you know what J-Lo did? He censored.
Yep.
Called it.
Yep. So Pirate Software is showing images that are already I hate that so much. This is why nobody should trust him. And this is what's bad for Thor. Because when he is actually in trouble, when there is actually, because here's the thing, I believe that there are malicious people that isn't Quinthio, all right? That isn't like some of the people making content that is going to be malicious towards him, and when they do something actually malicious, nobody's going to believe him nobody's gonna believe him. Nobody's gonna care because he kept crying wolf over legitimate criticism. So it's just like, Thor, you're your own worst enemy here. Oh.
In fact, he censored it in the same way that Pirate did with censoring his mailbox numbers, things like that. He did the exact same thing. Him talking about all you need is a weather map of the precipitation that day and the time that he posted it online, see the rain, so this stuff. So he's clearly explaining in kind of ways, like he's not giving direct location of the place, but he's saying, hey, all you need is a weather map of the precipitation and like all this stuff. I don't like that. If I was awake and alert and seeing this message at that time in the same way that any of my mods were, we would have jumped in on this and said, hey.
I agree. I probably would have as well. I would have like, hey, listen, I don't know. What do you think, Mizu?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted for a second.
So what he's saying is just like, I personally don't agree with like doing 4chan, hey, measure the weather map and you can figure out where pirate software lives based off of that. I'm like, I don't encourage people to go doxing each other, especially in the server, but like, just don't act like you're on 4chan and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
Don't touch
Simply
the poo.
acknowledging it
Simple.
is dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yep.
Hey, not
Well,
okay.
that's
Like, I don't.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Continue on.
All right.
Let's not even get into this realm because there's no point. There was no utility to him going over any of this. Now he provides, he did show me these images, incredibly cropped corners of something from a pirate software video showing his ferret rescue. Says, yeah, definitely same place, space above ferret can most likely. And then he says, also notice the way it's cemented into the ground in the gravel road talking about the mailbox. And he says, actually a very big house, not gonna lie. And then this fully, completely censored image. You'll have to take me at my word for this because Pirate clearly doesn't want to. And if he hasn't shown these outside of that video that I'm referencing, if he hasn't shown these images, then I'm not gonna share them either because clearly he is not happy with that. But those images that are being censored out, those are incredibly zoomed in and heavily cropped images showing corner points of a house that he was looking at on, maybe he like searched up a website for it. He doesn't confirm that. So the images themselves are not providing actual docs information. It's a corner of the room. That's really creepy. As a matter of fact, there were people reaching out to Jake Lowe to get private information. And from what he told me, he was saying no to that. I'll read a message that he sent me kind of in response to all this happening. But everything that I'm looking at right now, every image that I am shown that he has sent to me that has been included, if not coming directly from Pirate Software, is showcasing a heavily zoomed in, heavily cropped like corner of an image to like make a point about either the mailbox or he's talking about the ferret rescue. He does not give any concrete details about anything other than the fact that, oh, I think I found this thing. While I firmly believe that this isn't doxing, it's still something that I wouldn't want on my Discord. I don't want people kind of touting around and flexing that they know where Pirate Software lives or where his ferret rescue is.
No, I wouldn't want that really either because then that can, I don't know. I don't like that. Yeah, I agree.
It's a can of worms that no one wants.
Yeah, just don't go around flaunting that because otherwise people might think other things of you, and I just don't want that around me.
I think that's
Again,
really
it's
shitty behavior.
Liability. It's all liabilities.
Yeah, I agree.
And it doesn't do anything to contribute to having a community or, you know, having information that is useful for any video that I was putting out. But here is the message that Jaglo sent me, and this was edited as of July 25th, so just wanted to show that to confirm with you guys. So he says, good afternoon, Quinn. I just wanted to start off by apologizing for all the hardship I have caused. I should have deleted more than I already had before when it comes to things, and even though PS himself posted that, it wasn't okay for me to post said edited thing as well. And so he is showing me what he sent to my other moderator as a message. Here he's just quoting a message that I put out into the chat, and then he says, I agree that PS is misrepresenting the facts. No one publicly gave an address, and I made offhand remarks. PS blocked out the already cropped photos as if I posted them fully, address and all, which is not the case. PS's people cherry-picked said messages and made it a whole narrative that never happened, and skipped over the many times I've been asked and contacted by people for information and have said, no, I don't do that. I have since coded a script that wiped every message that I've sent from your server. He goes on to say that he thinks that Pirate's Discord and his mods, they're literally hypocrites, and he goes on to talk about something else. He doesn't make as strong of an argument here as I would agree with, but continuing on, he says, again, I'm sorry for being a bad light onto you, your server and the members, and the mods for the thing I posted in the past. If there's anything I can do to make things right, please let me know and I will. And so I asked, hey, did you have the screenshots of the messages you had sent? We'll need those to provide context of the surrounding messages and what was in the images and messages he censored. Now, truly, end of the day, I would love to show you guys these images to prove that, because I genuinely believe that none of these are providing doxing information. Now, this is my opinion, because I can't really find any legal precedent for doxing. I can find it for harassment that came from like providing this information. For example, if the doxing was done intentionally to get someone harassed or like physically harmed, something like that. It is my opinion that the information, the photos that Jaglo showed, not only didn't share any other information in them, were also censored, but thirdly, didn't get followed up with like, hey, let's do something about this. There was no call to action. There was no saying, hey, let's harass. There was no actual information provided that would have assisted anyone in doing that with the photos that he provided.
I think what he's trying to say is what happened wasn't illegal, which, yes, that is true.
Also, again, don't do doxing because it's bad, but I don't know why people don't understand this. There's like, in the entire United States, a grand total of like 2 states where the internet version of doxing is a crime, and both of them it's only a crime if you're doing it with the intent to harass somebody.
Yes.
The federal version of doxing that every state applies to only really applies to like your social security number.
I brought that up earlier,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, their definition of private is so narrow and so tiny that the only thing I can really think of that applies is a social security number. I genuinely can't think of anything else that fits the definition.
Pretty much.
Personal banking numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, that can apply.
At that point, it's probably another crime altogether.
Yeah.
Well, and because then it's also like how you got access to it. Because even though doxing isn't illegal, how you get the dox can be. And for certain stuff, the only way to reasonably get it other than being told is through a crime of some sort.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A few of them actually linking back to his original tweet that is still public of him showing his own mailbox. I don't think any of the photos that he ended up censoring and saying was doxing is doxing at all. Now, number one, do I think...
At this point, I can kind of agree, and I would want to see the uncensored images in order to say whether or not Pirate Software is telling the truth. Because, again, Pirate Software has lied multiple times. I can believe that he is lying about the doxing as well, just to gain sympathy.
It's okay behavior to be instructing people on how to find somebody's address going off of their own public information that they posted? No, I think that's weird and cringe. And that has been repeated multiple times in my Discord, but we will get there. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Pirate is shaping this and censoring images to make it look like it is so much worse. Like there's actual weight to the claims that he's making. There isn't. There is at no point been a leak of Pirate Software's address in this Discord. Some people, like Jglow or a couple other individuals, have said that they have found Pirate Software's address off of, number one, Pirate's own images, his own information. But number two, they're not posting these images in the Discord, not in the ones that Pirate had censored out, nor anything that was in the Discord. Completely censored in the way that it was, not reverse image searchable. The only way that we could actually confirm that, oh yeah, that is for sure, Pirate's mailbox, is because he's making this response. And I will say that if any of us had seen these images at the time, they would have been deleted anyway because none of this info had anything to do with anything that was going on. Some people were looking into the legitimacy of the ferret rescue that Pirate's running. I haven't found anything that is worthwhile enough to go over with that fact, but I do agree that there's no utility, there's no actual usefulness to showing any of this. Whether it is a dox or not, I don't want it in my Discord, and had I seen it, had my mod seen it, it would have been removed. I keep hinting at things, I'm sorry.
Gosh, I feel like me, Mizu, and Quinthio could very much so sympathize with each other on this.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I threw it out there. If he was a VTuber, there's your third person.
What do you?
Not wrong.
You're gonna have to convince him to become a VTuber.
Quinthio's the new Lumi.
No. I did
Much like feet, though.
Yeah, I get.
Oh my gosh! Come on, no.
We need to find a way to get into feet and gore.
No, we don't have a new permanent host. We're
you guys are looking for one?
We're still cycling people to come on every Thursday. Oh, you want to come on in a couple weeks?
It's on Thursdays?
Yeah, it is on Thursdays.
What time?
I mean, so long as I'm able, I'm always down.
11 p.m.
11 p.m.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck it,
I wouldn't mind coming on one time, but I don't put me through what you put Dell through. Jesus Christ.
What did you put him through?
We showed him a expose doc on a VA VTuber that turned out to be a pedophile, allegedly.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway. What I'm trying to say is I feel like I can sympathize with Quinthio because I have also had me and Mizu both have had people that have accused us of having sensitive or horrible information in our Discord when we didn't even know it existed in the first place. And had we would have known, it probably would have been removed. So I can sympathize with him on that.
It's kind of difficult to be that thorough when it comes to releasing a Discord, especially like when you're not like massive and can just have 100 people who will be very quick to hop on those applications.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
This is all over the place. I am getting a little heated. I'm gonna get more into that after we finish.
I would be too.
Third post from Pirate Software. So this is the last one. Now I start messaging in my own Discord, and he responds to it live during the same time. No, Quinthio, my address is not public information, and your users are distributing it on your Discord while the mods encourage it. They didn't just go after me and Shay either, they went after our moderation team too, as shown here. This is that first message of me saying, wait, it's literally public info, I'm so confused, and Shelf saying that's wild. This is that other image of Jayop saying, oh god, it's real. And then last is J-Glow saying, brother, I also found Chronos based on a bird and tabletop game, so I'm just going to keep adding to my folders if anyone needs me. Now, number one, J-Glow gloating about him finding Chronos based on a bird tabletop game, I think that's weird. This is the message that J-Glow was responding to here. Guys, I was a red team specialist for 7 years and I once found this guy's address from a photo of his mailbox. That was him making fun of J-Glow because they thought it was kind of silly. Some other people were calling him a LARPer for like figuring out where he lived because there was nothing of worth to gain from that other than like feeling good about yourself or finding it. And so J-Glow was replying to that as seemingly...
Okay, so the lesson that we all learned is when you start making content on a very big individual, you unfortunately have to stop having jokes in your Discord because that big person will not understand or will maliciously take what you say out of context to try and make you look worse than you already are. That's the lesson that I think all of us are learning right now is no jokes, unfortunately, because all of these people are turds.
I like jokes.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I am a joke. Like,
ironically, people like Pirate Software would actually actively benefit from the censorship stuff we talked about earlier.
Yes, probably would. Probably would. Anyway.
Kind of like ego checking J-Op. Now, while I agree, I don't think that this is something that you should be flaunting around or acting like you have some info, which could totally get people to ask you about said info. And it is something that should not be tolerated in the Discord. I completely agree with that. While not directly doxing Pirate Software, it's still weird to like tote it around as like a prize or like showcasing that you're smart. But more than that, just to, you know, cover our bases with this last message, his address was not doxed. It was not shown in my Discord ever. And your users are distributing it on your Discord. Not true. His address was never distributed on my Discord. And then he says, well, the mods encourage it. But I have proof that they...
And if anybody asks, can he prove it? At this point, it is not up to Quinthio to prove it. Because Quinthio is being accused, Thor has to prove it because the accuser has to do it, not the one being accused. So Thor would have to show, unironically, Thor would have to show his address in order to prove that it actually was happening. But I don't think that Thor's going to do that. He's going to obscure messages and say that's what's happening. And then Quinthio can just bite back and say, this is what the message said. You're lying. You're a dirty, dirty liar.
They have never once encouraged this. So I've said this multiple times that, you know, what I've been going over, some of the points that have been made, although not doxing, still not super comfortable with it. Still don't think that it should have been on my Discord at all. I wouldn't agree with the same reasoning that Pirate was giving, that his private information was being released to the public. But I think, yeah, it's cringe behavior. You shouldn't be flaunting that stuff. You shouldn't really even be getting close to that. It's not necessary to anything that we're going over. Editor Connor yet again, because I made a really intense jump cut and didn't quite explain going into it. So just so we understand, I am now cutting into and talking more about my mod team and their experience throughout this insane growth that the channel's had, and more specifically that the Discord has had. So just want to make sure we know what we're getting into. I don't want it to be just taken as an excuse. I just want you guys to have the full context of what, you know, these 4 or 5 people, if we're including myself, were put up against in the last couple of weeks. I have a mod team, technically, my branch managers, those are my moderators, of 9 people, and then minus about 3 or 4 because my brother's included, and then I'm also not including people.
Oh gosh, and I thought I didn't have a lot of mods. If you have 1,500 people in your server, you might need a few more.
Yeah, god damn.
Under the T needs a few more. My server needs a few more.
Your server needs a few more.
How many people does your server have?
Like 3 or 4.
No, I mean, like, how many users in total in the server?
Oh, I think Under the T and my server have over 500 members.
God damn, nice.
So I would say that we probably need 1 or 2 more. I at least need somebody to scroll through the forum boards and make sure that people aren't being stupid. Sometimes I do, but I don't get a lot of time to read every single message in the forum boards, and I need somebody to scroll through that occasionally just to make sure people aren't.
I would do it, but I got so much on my own plate, too.
I can't ask you to do that. You already do so much already. I would have to pay you more to ask you to do that. So 15K? Like, no, it's 1.5K. Excuse me.
You get paid?
I do get paid, but not for what Aqua's claiming.
Anyway, let's continue.
People that just really have not been active during the pirate stuff. So like realistically, 4 to 5 people that are assisting me with moderation voluntarily. They're doing this for free, out of the goodness of their heart, because they like me, because they're willing to put in like time out of their days to help me. They're doing it for free. I'm not paying them, so I wouldn't expect that they're going to be on 24/7. And we went from a pretty dead Discord server, about 500 people, and I say dead because it was just, there was not a lot of movement. It all had come from like last year's growth on the channel to, in just a bit over a week and a half, like 2 weeks, jumping to almost 1,500 people. We have like 1,300 now. So the Discord is nearly tripled in size at this point, and these volunteer people who have like genuinely redoubled their efforts and are helping me out and like helping me every single step of the way here, they're doing this part-time. They can't keep up with the new volume. And like, you can blame me. I should have been able to maybe look towards trying to find more people to moderate, but again, I can only really do this.
Hindsight is 2020. I can't blame him for it.
For free at this point. I'm still pretty small, even with this like huge growth month with talking about pirate software. But to give you guys reference, this is 13 days ago, but we had to freeze it, I think 4 or 5 days ago now. So this post had been up for a little over a week and had 41,000 messages.
Holy shit. And I thought the Cinder thread was okay. Well, granted, the Cinder thread is, I think, that big, but that was over a couple of months. That was over the last 3 months. Hold on. Let me see how big the Cinder thread is. Cinder, never mind. Big. Cinder thread is half of that size.
And that was.
And people say that the Cinder thread is huge. Holy fucking shit.
Couple thousand.
Well, no.
We have some people in different
The true moniker is, how many times was Jason's name mentioned?
Oh, fair.
Time zones, like people can hop in at different points. If something is going on early in the morning, maybe we've got one person to kind of handle it, but it's not enough. And truly, like for this stuff that I wouldn't have approved of had I seen it, I'm sorry that it's there, because I don't want that to be reflective of my community, but we just didn't keep up. We couldn't find every single instance of someone, like for instance, JGlow, like flexing that he figured out who Kronos was based off of like the board game.
How many responses? The Cinder thread has just over 20,000 responses now, which is a lot, but like that pales in comparison to some of the other forums I see people have. It really isn't a lot. I am probably going to slow it down again, just because, again, when it comes to the Cinder stuff, there really isn't a lot. I do need to lock the Cinder like resource thread, or maybe I need to restrict people to posting more in the resource thread, because the resource thread needs to have more permanent information. But that's kind of like a personal thought for later.
Or whatever it was. Personally,
that's for me to remind myself when I re-listen to this stream tomorrow, because I re-listen to all my streams.
I wouldn't blame a bunch of people who have pretty much never moderated, if very little, especially when I was doing the Mr. B stuff last year, like nothing to this volume. I wouldn't blame them for missing a couple of messages in lieu of 40,000 through a week. I would have removed them, because why the fuck are you posting pictures of his mailbox? Like, congrats, you found him on Google Images. There's no reason for them to have been doing it other than to like flex and show that they could. It didn't help any discourse around any of the drama related to Pirate, his behavior, anything like that. So it wasn't useful. It should have been deleted. And like for that side of it, yeah, that's stupid. I'm sorry that we weren't more vigilant about it. And so for the point that I'm making specifically, yes, they should have been deleted, because even then you're getting close to an area where you're starting to enter a potential dox, which I also don't think is okay. Matter of fact, my entire mod team doesn't think that's okay. But now let's really dig into that. Were my mods encouraging people to dox Pirate in my Discord? I'm going to attach some screenshots coming from me, the rest of my moderation team, and let you guys decide. So here you can see me responding to actually JGlow. This info is just unnecessary at this point. His resume has already been looked at in depth, and we have no reason to look into his employees, etc. Someone else had said, I could see how this could cross into territory it should not, i.e. doxing, but I feel that they could use this in earnest to confirm things that it's useful, but has big potential to be abused. But then again, someone shouldn't have information in public if they don't want it found. I can see how this is a very slippery slope though, and if they want to clamp down on it, then I understand entirely. I replied back to them and said, if there isn't something that directly relates to this information, it is far more concerning to go deeply into this info without having a good reason. We don't need to plaster what could lead to harassment of people around Pirate, and Pirate himself for that matter, for the sake of doing research. And I think they were talking about the employees of Pirate here, and they said, to be honest, some of them deserve it. I said, you can think that. This isn't the place to do it though. Shelf replied, I know they are public information, but let's not brigade the information of every single person in Pirate Software's circle of people, especially uploading them here. We do not condone this behavior. As bad as Pirate is, we don't believe in holding malice towards the people working for him / is friends with him. And then I said there's a difference between someone there saying they should report videos, which there was somebody in his Discord saying they should report my videos, and someone just being ignorant to info that has come out. And then during this individual was replying to someone saying, I mean, we have been stalking his Discord just to shit on his server members. Someone else tried to defend that, saying that's for memes and banter though, that's different. And I replied back, it's still harassment regardless, and I think that individual who made this message makes a good point. I noticed that there were people in my Discord that were talking about members of Pirate Software's Discord and making fun of them, and like, oh my god, I can't believe they're defending him, or using this excuse, this one, and it ends up just being harassment because you're just pointing and laughing at these people. There's nothing useful to come out of that. We know exactly what's going on. Like, I'm covering Pirate, I'm talking about his stuff, I'm not just pointing and laughing at him, I'm going into detail about what he's doing that's really stupid, or whatever lie he's made that day, and I'm going over and taking a look at it and then giving you guys the information. Back to the messages though, someone said, I'm just talking shit about it at most, I mean, I'm not partaking in harassment, and then this other individual said, I was guilty of that in regard to the being, harassing his Discord members, and they said, we'll not do so anymore. I said, don't get me wrong, there's utility in doing research and presenting shit so we can figure shit out, but the info we are sharing is getting to a point where it's getting really invasive and not providing nearly as much utility. And then I replied to Shino and said I was doing it too, because in my Discord, I was also like having a jab at some of the Discord members on Pirate server, because some of the members are like, oh, I should go report Quinthio's videos for bullying or harassment, whatever it was. And so
Chat, I'm not going to read that out loud, but you might be correct.
Joined along and giving shit to some of the Discord members. It was a reflective moment that it was like, there's no use to that. Like, I was personally butthurt about it because they were like saying they were going to target me, and I let my emotion get the best of me in that moment. And then down here at the very bottom, this individual says, I agree, it's a slippery slope.
Also, I apologize for yawning, chat. It is 2 a.m. Listen, I think we're gonna be done here once we're done with this section here, just because it is getting late, and I don't want to just sit here and yawn and not give commentary, because that's not.
No, that's fair.
Not very good of me as a content creator, but I feel like even not finishing this video, I feel like I've heard enough to where I feel like he's exonerated himself good enough. We're just gonna finish this section.
He went above and beyond.
He's gone way above and beyond, in my personal opinion.
Continuing on, Shelf says, I get it's answering questions, you're completely fine to do so. We just don't condone sending in their information, public or not. You can freely do that in the confines on DMs and such, but not here. I say this as well, but I need to put a foot down and make a ground rule that we can't dive into info and share it with the expectation that people will treat it with maturity. And I would say scope-wise, it's getting to a point where even making a video on it isn't useful since it's getting so hyper-specific. And then I continued on to say also journalistic integrity, which I did not go to college for, to be clear. I'll continue that message later, but Shelf also says, the potential observation from a third party could be that we're sending this information with malice or with the intent to make fun of them. And so I'm pretty sure this is a part of that journalistic integrity, this specific part that I'm about to read out. If there are innocent people that are getting hit in the crossfire bringing info to light, you need to make sure you mitigate that damage done. That was in regard to a LinkedIn profile showcasing like Pirate Software's employees, and I was like, I don't think that's useful. It's not really providing any information to any of like these big drama points that Pirate has been involved in. And so these people are going to get impacted potentially for no reason. And if you can avoid negatively impacting people in this sort of way, you should do that as like a journalist. Now I know I'm not a journalist, but I just also think that's a good rule of thumb. Now someone had said,
I would disagree with that sentiment. I am not a journalist, but I also agree.
That kind of reminds me of what, I'll be a little bit vague, but
please do. Please do.
The blue one covered a while ago about, not attributing other things to other people.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree. Like I said, go sub to Quinthio, chat. He's actually,
we need more of him.
We do.
Seems like a pretty solid guy.
Something along the lines of, oh, so now you're policing what people can and can't research. Something like that. Like, who gives you the authority to tell people?
If I may suggest, my deepest apologies, chat. Look at something around 5450. All right.
So EP.
All right, I'll do that. Once we're done with this section, I will.
What they can and can't research. And so Shelf replied first, we're not telling them they can't look into it. We just think it's sad when they do this and we don't allow it here. And then I replied as well, it's my channel and I'm Quinthio. Like, I don't know why you're asking like who you are. Like, it's my Discord. Those are the rules I want people to follow. And so I say down here also, I'm not telling you not to look into it. And I follow up saying,
just do it elsewhere.
We're spreading that info can cause issues.
Yeah, if you want to listen, if you want to do it, don't do it here. It's not what I want. I 100 agree.
Surrounding people of Pirate Software. These messages are from another mod over the course of, these last couple weeks.
Okay, so now we're into the mods, no doxing. We're going to skip ahead to 5450 because I want to finish up here. Well, we'll play the last few minutes.
Last thing, and this is something that I never planned to share publicly. It genuinely wasn't until now he wants to come after my moderation team, say we're encouraging doxing, the likes. Let me show you guys a message that I had sent Pirate a couple weeks ago now. This was on July 11th. Hey, I'm writing to you not to start any shit, but this is completely off record. You don't even need to respond. Someone messaged me talking about some drama surrounding you from this week, but they also included that there was this possible info that could dox you that's currently public. They didn't want to dox you. They tried reaching out to your mod team first before they messaged me. Now I'm going to block out this part because I'm including information that I think might be a dox to him, but I say the guy told me apparently you can get this info privated if you reach out to your attorney that would have helped you file it. And then I go on and I just don't want to provide that to give people an understanding of what's going on there. And I said, regardless of if I like/respect you or vice versa, swatting is fucked and I just needed to make sure you saw this in case it is an actual problem. Here's a link to the website with the information like leading to potentially your address. And again, this has nothing to do with drama. And whether you believe it or not, I'm genuinely sorry that you've been swatted. Wouldn't wish it on anybody. I fully planned to never share that. I believe the day after Pirate Software said that I was still in his DMs rage baiting him. And like, I was irritated by that, but like, whatever. Maybe he was just going to take the information, then like private the info, whatever. But instead, he turns around and says that I'm.
This is why you're not nice to anybody that you're critical of. Even if you have good intentions. If you just say, hey.
No, don't listen to Occo chat. Always be
No,
nice to people you're critical of, because then you end up in situations like this where you can show, hey, I was nice to him and he was an absolute dickhead for zero reason.
No, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I can't.
No.
Sorry, that's
no,
just
I-
2 a.m.
I
That's
can't-
2 a.m. me speaking. All right, that's not the proper
No.
me.
Plus,
Here's
I
the
can't just
thing.
not be
That's-
nice. I'm such a nice guy, you know.
That's the 3-pointer slam dunk right there. Because not only did he go above and beyond with everything else in this video, it showcases before anything was even said, hey, I think this might be a problem, and this is what I'm doing to mitigate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You know what? Yeah. Change my mind immediately, chat. Always be nice so that when people are assholes to you, you can say, I don't know why this person's being an asshole to me. I suck.
Allowing people to dox him in my Discord, that I'm either choosing to be complacent or my mods are encouraging it, and I'm just baffled at how after seeing something like this, maybe he doesn't think I'm acting in good faith, whatever, don't give a fuck. I'm baffled that you see me do something like this, and then turn it around and try to make an accusation like you just did. He wants to say that I'm lying about stuff. I'm not. I can speculate about things, and I can prove that they are just speculation, and I can follow up and admit when I'm wrong. Just give it a try once. And if he'd like to dispute any of the arguments that have been covered in any of my videos, I would love to see the...
Spoiler, I highly doubt he is going to dispute any of it, because I just don't think he is. I just don't think Thor will, because that's the kind of person Thor is.
Evidence provided. Still waiting to see from Kronos if he'll show me when he edited that message prior to his DMs with the hype train thing. I'd happily make that public. I was happy to make the fact that my terms of service assumptions of him breaking terms of service were wrong. Like I showed you at the beginning of the video, covered it 2 separate times. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to make it very clear with you guys when I'm not sure if something's true or not. I'll let you know when he's lying, because I can prove it. Pirate Software is telling people that the moderation team is encouraging doxing. He even said that his doxes were showing up on my Discord, which was provably wrong. The only evidence he had to show for it was censored images, not a fucking dox. You put your mailbox out there publicly, and it still is today. I'm so confused at why you're going to censor messages that were showing your own information, your own photos that you had taken. As we close this out, I had this whole ramble that I was going to give, essentially just telling Pirate, you know, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't really be in the place that I am as a YouTuber if he just fucking played Noida and stopped addressing drama and didn't put a ban counter in the corner of his streams. But I'm cutting that.
Ban counter? What an asshole.
He has a ban count? I didn't know that.
Jeez, what is he trying to be that one?
hang on, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, that one fucking.
That one
Kamiya?
Japanese developer.
Is it Kamiya I'm thinking of? I think it's Kamiya.
I think.
Hideki
Kamiya.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, the
Hideki
near
Kamiya.
guy. The near guy.
No, that's Yoko
He's
You're thinking of
Bayonetta.
the Bayonetta and
Yeah, that's Kamiya, right?
Yeah,
Hideki Kamiya.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to be on some Kamiya shit. Get the fuck out of here. Can't even make a bad Undertale ripoff. That was him, right? That's Pirate Software?
Yes.
Yes.
Heartbound.
Yeah, all right.
I just...
Apparently it's really shit and really short, despite being out for
That's
10
what I have
years.
heard. I watched a couple of videos on it, and yeah, it seems pretty.
Doesn't it also have
fucking terrible.
DLC?
No.
Does it actually?
No.
Okay, big
really
fuck.
funny if it
Thanks.
did.
Okay, maybe I wanted it. Maybe I just really wanted it to have DLC.
Hero is just hallucinating.
I really wanted it to be funnier than even funnier than it is already.
Even from what I'm hearing, he's not even updating the game. He's just putting out patch notes on Steam to show Steam that he is doing something and not letting it sit stagnant.
Yeah, because if you let something sit stagnant for too long, it will on Steam say, hey, this person hasn't updated the game in X amount of months.
Wait, so he just updates the patch notes without doing anything?
Yep. At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't 100% know.
I wouldn't put it past him for doing that, but if it's just
further investigation.
We're almost done with this video, then I'll give my final thoughts.
Yay. Because I think it's just indulgent. I'm already kind of getting down that rabbit hole, but I'm not going to do that because it's just indulgent. There's no need for it. I think the people that I share this information to probably understand that. And we also understand that even if I did that, it wouldn't do anything for Pirate. So I won't do it. It's not worth it. But this brings this video to a close. I don't think I have anything else that's useful to provide to this response. We'll be back to posting pretty much daily, if not every other day. And I'll see you guys later. Adios. Peace. Bye.
That was a good video. I liked the video.
More!
Here's
Subscribe to Quintheo chat. Here, let me put the link in the description again. Not in the description. Well, I mean, I should put it in the description because that's a good idea. But
I want to know what a ban counter is. I just looked on his channel on his streams. I can't see it, and I can't find it. I want to know what that is.
It's possible it could be a meme, but who knows?
It might be just a Discord thing.
He knows.
But no, yeah, I think that again, my only gripe is like
the thumbnails.
No, well, yeah, yeah, and this again, I'm gonna gripe even less now that he has admitted that like he admits to it basically.
Well, not only that, the spacing in videos again, why I reference, because he seems to be really on top of it and kind of knows and understands the whole harassment thing, and not wanting to do it. I mean, I just would urge him to kind of just glaze and look over the YouTube sums of us and just kind of put out maybe do some other content spaced out in between some stuff so you don't put yourself at risk.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with him though. Like that's the funny thing about him is like, yeah, he would not have a channel, or his channel would not actually be like popping off if Pirate Software just like shut up about shit. That's the thing that's really funny. A lot of drama channels grow because people don't shut the fuck up. Like I couldn't be a drama channel if people didn't shut the fuck up. Me and Mizu wouldn't have a podcast where we could weekly rant about people if they didn't shut the fuck up. Most people don't know how to shut the fuck up, and that's why we do as well as we do.
You know, you say that, but it's just like the thing you're describing right now is something humanity can be depended on for. It's just saying some stupid shit. Especially on the internet. People say stupid shit on the internet all the time. Like that's dependable job security right there for a drama farmer, I guess, such as yourself.
It is, and that's why I'll never quit doing drama, because there's always somebody that's being stupid on the internet.
Yep.
But
humanity is quite dependable that way.
Yeah.
At least there's some things in this world that are reliable.
Firecracker, yes, it is.
Well,
death, taxes, and retards, I guess.
Chat, go ahead and follow Quinthio. He has a couple other videos on there that maybe we'll give a look at it later down the line if we feel inclined to do so. I thought it was pretty base that he decided to come into chat for a couple minutes tonight. So he's not here anymore, but
no, he was here for a hot minute.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
How about that? Interested to know he likes
me. You got to follow.
He's
sick.
Yeah, he follows me on Twitter now.
Get him on the show for an interview.
Octopus Mommy MILF Avatar.
Cauldroneer tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. Occo tax. I sleep now.
Believe it or not, I'm not the first VTuber he's followed on Twitter.
Interesting.
Because I actually looked at his Twitter. He only follows like 40 or 50 people, and there is like one other person that's a VTuber that he follows. So he knows VTubers. So. He also follows.
Man, I want to have a smaller following list and like tidy up my shit a little bit. But I keep seeing artists that draw nice titties, so I'm like, fuck. I gotta follow.
Mode.
I gotta.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Cauldroneer, by the way, for the 10. Thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, good. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing: if there's stuff to talk about with Pirate Software, stuff of substance, yeah, talk about it. It's just be tactful about it. But I feel like he knows what he's doing.
VTuber with a jester.
Jeez, chat.
Slime Everett.
Thank you for the 20.
$20. No special message. Just showing support.
Appreciate it.
Chat's making it rain for you.
We do what now?
Yeah.
We're not gonna. No, this ain't legal mindset. We don't believe in yellow rain. So. Chat, thank you so much for coming by tonight. I appreciate all of you. We'll be back tomorrow night with more fun stuff. If there's no drama, I'll pull from my list of, because that's what I like, is I like bringing people on to talk to. I'll see if I can pull on some other people that aren't here very often. But I am like going towards this format where I bring on my friends and we basically EFAP it for a couple hours. And
that sounds fun.
There we go.
I am always.
I'll be available tomorrow night too. So
I mean, like,
I will be doing D&D tomorrow, so I'll probably
I know you will be busy. But like, I know everybody is always welcome because it's fun. People really enjoy seeing you guys on. And I really enjoy the building the community around it. We're gonna raid.
It's a great way to spend my time between my 12-hour shifts.
Sane is having a birthday.
Hey.
Chat, when we raid, make sure Make sure to go say happy
Say happy
birthday to Sane. If you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, I'm sending you to Hypnotic. All right, chat. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.